There's a guy on Twitter, I guess named Joe Cronin.
And he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. You suck Joe Cronin's dick, fucking faggot. And or some various version of that.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Don't forget to like, comment, and body slam that subscribe button.
This is the Epic Voice Guy, and I can honestly say, Joe Cronin is god awful, that is. You guys seriously listen to this guy? And now it's time for The Joe Cronin Show.
And he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone.
Oh my God. What's up, everybody? Wow, I'm so glad I got an original WWE Monday Night Raw. You know, I've never seen anything like I saw tonight on Raw. That was so different. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost unbelievable. There's so much to pick apart. You know, some of these casual moron fans on Twitter tonight, if you were going to pick a night to try to say that what I do is not right, or that I'm crazy, or that I'm some kind of hater as far as WWE goes, then you're a moron. Anybody that says that I don't like WWE, or that I hate WWE, or that I do this with WWE, or that with WWE, is a goddamn moron. And one of the reasons is because the worse WWE does, the worse I do. So I don't want WWE to fail. That's half the reason why I'm so pissed off all the time. Now, I got some people on Skype here, but I'm going to mute them for a minute while I try to figure out this goddamn problem that we've been having with the audio as far as Skype goes. I don't know what the issue's been, but I'm going to try to see if I can figure it out and see if we can make it work. And we'll find out in a minute. Jesse's going to join me in a couple minutes. I got him on hold here. And believe it or not, Jake DeMarco is going to join us tonight. I did not think that Jake was going to be here whatsoever because he just got out of the hospital. But he's a psychopath. I didn't tell him. I told him not to come. I said, well, we'll see you next week, and I got Jesse coming on. But I guess Jake's a psychopath. So I'm going to put Jake and Jesse on hold for a minute. We got two fucking cripples on the goddamn Skype hold with me right now. We got fucking Jesse's in a neck brace. Jake has just had surgery. I mean, like, I feel like I should have something wrong with me right now. I don't know. Maybe I can go get my neck brace and I can at least fit in with you guys. But anyway, let me see if I can put my video up. Let me see if I can trigger some sounds here. I muted the guys on Skype just for a minute while I try to figure this shit out. Well, I guess the Skype update is basically going to stop us from ever hearing sounds or donations again. So we're going to have to figure something out for the next couple shows, man. You guys can weigh in tonight what you guys thought of Raw with the donation link down below. It's going to be a little bit rough because obviously Skype's new update or new system is creating the issue where you guys can't hear volume at all if somebody's on a Skype call with me. But what's up to the chat? I see Schleppy chiming in. Super chats are coming in. If you guys want to donate tonight, the Twitch alerts link is down below. It's right down there, Twitch alerts. You can click on it and donate that way, and then all the donation amounts are listed way down at the bottom. All the amounts are listed there. There's all kinds of different weird donations you can do. Otherwise, you can use the $sign down below to just do a super chat. That's easier, whatever. Or call the number tonight. We'll take phone calls in a little while. Maybe in a couple minutes, 339-226-6610. But let me bring in the guys. What's up, babies? The echo should be gone.
Fucking echo gonna go away.
It probably just did now.
Yeah, now it did.
Thank fucking Christ! Oh my God.
It was pretty brutal.
Yeah, dude.
We may have been on mute, but that fucking echo was on stereo, man.
That was making you trip out. I'm telling you,
dude. It's been so Skype is so bad right now that it's out of control at this point.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cripple Podcast.
How are you alive right now?
Disabled bodies.
Yeah, I think Jesse was like, I better do something because, you know, it's because visually people don't understand like the pain that Jesse's in. So he's like, I'm gonna get a neck brace, and that's.
Oh God, dude. Fuck off.
Because otherwise, like, what's he looks good.
Never mind, I'll tell you off the air. There's something else though that I'm gonna do. Not for the show, but just
penis reduction. It's too big.
Doctor wise.
Penis reduction. I'm gonna kill my doctor. Nah.
This way, it'll be a work.
All that big dick energy just wearing him down.
So this was the Raw that time forgot tonight, bro.
Yeah, this Raw was horrible. Before we get into Raw, just really quick, I'm going to hijack your show.
No, you should.
Everybody.
I mean, I can't believe you're sitting here right now, you psycho fuck.
I missed everybody. I'm up. I'm kicking.
You just had your goddamn esophagus operated on, like literally 24 hours ago.
No, at 2 o'clock today. I'm here.
I was like, oh, we'll see you next week, you know, earlier, and I called Jesse, like, I'll get Jesse on.
Yeah, no, I'm all right. I can talk. That's right. I missed
really
you guys a ton.
It
sucks. If there was a way for me to, you know, bring the computer to the hospital last week, I would have. It was a miserable experience, but between all of the just outpouring of support and kind wishes and thoughts and prayers, you guys were incredible. Thank you so much, Joe, for keeping everybody up to date. It was hard to even move, never mind respond, so I just wasn't able to. So I know I tried to keep you up to date to keep everybody else going, but honestly, I don't even feel deserving of all of the kindness that everybody put forth. So
bullshit, dude. You're the fucking best,
it was just honestly just overwhelming, and I really can't thank everybody enough. It really made the whole world.
Dude, you fucking, if anybody fucking deserves it, you do. I mean, no bullshit.
Everybody on this show is, I think you set the record. Great, so
I think you set the record for. I'm trying to find the tweet. You sent a tweet. It like got 300 likes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wow.
I've never seen that. Oh, here it is. Dude, I have never seen this. I don't think I've ever gotten this many likes. Maybe I've gotten retweets, but never seen 300 likes. That 300 likes was nuts. This was right before you punched that nurse in the face, by the way.
That is just minutes before.
See, if I was in that place, I would have hung myself from this thing up here.
That bed was a nightmare. Oh my god, it was like a thin little inflatable mattress, but the inflate part was broken, so it was just a.
Oh, fuck that!
I stayed in a recliner the entire time I was there, just sitting up because it didn't recline, so I just sat up for days.
Oh man, dude.
Well, you know, we're getting a little, people are just going crazy right now, so I'm going to play a couple donations real quick and mute you guys. Maybe we can
we'll catch up.
Maybe we can trigger the sound. I don't know if I can trigger the sound, if it's ever going to work again because of the new Skype update, but I'm going to try to trigger the sound and see what you guys have to say real quick. Take a couple, and then we'll tell you what we thought. Obviously, I thought tonight was, for the most part, was kind of a mess. The last hour had some decent wrestling, but pretty much the show was pretty much a mess. But here we go. Let's play some of these, see what happens.
Super Chat Party.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Trolling trolls greater than Raw. Seriously, I had more fun going after that smart JD fan online for you tonight than this BS. Troll was more entertaining.
You know, I don't even know if that guy's a JD fan. I just called him a JD fan. But Finn Balor forever, thank you for taking the call. I got to show you this. I mean, this is the type of dumbass that we're dealing with, guys. People who think anybody that ever wrestled one match or anybody that ever, like, anybody that wrestled one match, anybody that ever did anything, like, or thinks that they're in the business or something, they're like, you guys don't understand wrestling and the business. It's like, yeah, yes, we do. We totally understand. Because 5 years ago, I said the ratings would decline, and then 3 years ago, I really stressed it, and they have. So the person that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I think is you. So this guy right here, T. Ray, let them fight. I don't like shows that are overly critical and from people who don't really know the business or what they're talking about outside of just being a smart fan in the industry. And Joe and JD are examples of this. Well, you're a fucking moron, T-Ray, because, first of all, this guy just like, oh, you know, your show's going to suck more than Raw or whatever he said. I don't know. Well, are you reviewing shows? Because if you're a YouTube show reviewer, like, then you can go ahead and criticize my show if you want, and that's fine. If you think my show sucks and you're a reviewer, that's cool. But you see, you're not a reviewer. You're just an idiot who has a WWE cock in his mouth, and, like, you're pathetic. And that's the thing, like, the ratings have gone down. You don't even need to know the business to literally go on your computer and type in the ratings of the company, the ratings of all the shows, and figure it out. It doesn't matter that they're making more money than they've ever made before. The ratings are going down. We've said this a million times. I called him a dildo, yeah. But, yeah, at whatever the fuck fake name this is, at _T-Ray. Dude, fuck you. I just blocked that guy because just all night he's fucking shitting on me about shit. It's like, dude, you're worried about me. I'd be worried about the product. Worry about the ratings and the jobs that are going to go away. Worry about this shit that we watched tonight. I think the last 7 months, I've actually fallen asleep to Raw over the last 7 months. I never used to do that. Do you remember a time? I don't remember. I remember people saying that Raw made them sleepy, and I didn't know. I was kind of like, whatever. That's like a saying or whatever. But
no, we joke around being like, oh,
it really does.
It's rough to watch.
But so let's take a minute out and let's watch this. Jesse, did you watch the gaming stream last night?
I did not know.
Last night on the gaming stream, we debuted last night on the gaming stream Ryback's new commercial. This is amazing. Check this out. He clotheslines a fat bitch.
What the fuck? Do it again.
Alright, I'm buying.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Is that called? Wait.
It works every time.
Shell shock?
Yeah, that's the meat hook.
Feed me less.
Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna make a parody of that.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
If that works, he's gonna start clotheslining my ass into a hot tub. Jesus.
Now you made the picture bigger. Show that there it is. Oh my god.
That's not Ryback though, right?
And is he wearing Hogan gear? Like,
yeah, he's wearing Hogan gear.
That's even better. Oh my god. Take your vitamins.
Look at the chick, dude.
Wait till you see the donation thing I've got for this.
Alright, dude, look at the chick. Oh, look at her face. I regret that.
You think that's his mom?
He's like, fuck, that was a big fucking bitch.
Oh. You think she works? You think she's a worker? You know? She's a wrestler?
I don't know, but it even looked like he got knocked around a little by that, that impact.
She's a sausage eater. Yeah, she's a sausage eater. The first thing is the footsteps, him running up to her. Boom, 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 boom. The second thing is how he ricochets off of her, like you just said. He does. He bounces off of her. Or it's the meat hook, but it's the meat U-turn. He just like walked up to him.
Hey, fat bitch. Want to be in a video? Want to be in my new video? Hey, fat bitch.
What?
Want to be in my new video? You were the one eating pasta. I'll feed you more. You want me to feed you more? You.
Oh my god.
Looks like the best line you said was like the cake line.
Looks like you always.
What's this?
Salad.
You look like you've had plenty. Feed you no more.
Feed you no more. I think maybe it's more like feed you no more. How about that? Feed you. I think we should feed you no more. Feed you no more s'mores.
She took that hit hard too.
Yeah, she saw it coming.
He fucking doesn't know how to like. He doesn't know how to lay it in, you know.
So brutal.
But anyway, I figured we'd show that again, just for the people that didn't see it a couple nights ago and last night. Actually, I've been playing this thing since it came out. But dude, when this thing came out, I saw it when it had 100 views, and I went, "Oh my god, this thing's gonna go viral." I'm surprised it hasn't really. It's like at 9,000 views, which is more than some of his other stuff. But god damn, like, holy fucking Christ! It didn't look like Ryback for a little bit. He looked a little chubbier behind. I don't know. But yeah, let me do one more donation because I just wanted to show that because it's too funny.
Super Chat Party.
All right.
Joe Cronin makes me hard.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I do? Who are you? No, it's MWM2X. Thank you for the super chat. $1.99. Thank you, man. Fuck it, let's do it.
It doesn't matter. Hard is hard.
Yeah, hard is hard. Long is long.
Damn right.
Large is large. One more. Let's do one more. I'll do one more. If it plays.
Oh, donation. Okay.
Well, it might not play. If it plays, I'm game. If it don't play, oh well. Let's see if it plays. But fuck it. S'il vous plaît. Hey, what do you guys think in the chat? What did you give Raw tonight on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm curious about what you guys would give it.
I took goddamn notes because I didn't know if Jake was going to be here. How funny.
Look at that.
I fucking I hate
before,
notes.
and he's like, I got you covered just in case you can't make it. I'm like, yes, that's you, my baby.
Boom. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got Joe Dogg, too. Joe Dogg be in the house tonight, too.
Oh,
you guys hear this?
Joe Dogg's there.
Dude, just to entertain myself earlier, I was just doing that to myself. Like, I had J-O-E-D-O-double-G. And fucking, I was just, like, thinking of shit he would be saying in the back. Like, oh, my God.
I'm like, I get to say all the things Road Dogg can't say.
You just showed it like that. You look just like him for a second.
So
oh, my
perfect.
God.
Look at this face.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
when
guys.
he gains 25, 30 more pounds because he's, an alcoholic, he'll fucking
Oh, my
just
God.
like that.
He's clean now.
He won't be then.
Oh, he won't. He's gonna revert back.
Just give it a little bit.
Oh my God,
He
tell him.
doesn't actually watch the product.
No, I don't really mean that. Road Dogg's cool, but he really does look like that, though. No fucking shit.
He does. This looks like mangled Dog. It looks like mangled Road Dogg. All right, let's see what he says.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me. It's the Joe Dogg. It's the J-O-E to the D-O-double-G. Hey, what's up, everybody in the WWE Universe? Shout out to my bro, Road Dogg. Shout out to everybody. Hey, can you all learn me something? AOP, huh? Shouldn't have gotten rid of Paul Ellering. Hell, I told Vince. He ain't listening to me. Shut up! Damn it, shut up! Well, I got...
He's always under duress,
I don't know what it is. I feel like you had the tone slightly more the other night.
I think I did, yeah. Because you know why? Because I was sitting down. I was over and over again. I go, spend my day working hard on the go. My hands on my...
Yeah, that tone was incredible the other night.
Spinning too
so
slow.
Spot on.
It's always spinning too slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby. Like, if you do that like 10 times, you'll eventually get it, But anyway, shit happens.
Same thing with Terry Funk. Like, I would just repeat some shit that I've heard him say, and then... bam,
I basically wanted to go under the, I just basically wanted to mention the AOP because, we know that the AOP couldn't talk. We've been saying it since day one. Like, they have to have Paul Ellering. They have to have somebody. And the night that they fired Paul Ellering on Raw because Paul Ellering doesn't want to travel, doesn't want to do that stuff, we go get another manager. Like, right now, you need another manager. You know what I mean? I would have been happy to do it. Bring a guy like anybody onto the show that can be like, Paul, thank you for your services, but the AOP feels that you're just a little too washed up. You're just a little too old.
Wow.
And they need somebody who actually has a brain. And I have a degree in law, and you really have a degree in, let's face it, fucking dysentery or something, just something stupid. Like, obviously that's not it, but just say something like that. You have a degree in being an old piece of crap or something, and then he just walks away. Everybody's like, oh, you get some heat, you get the new manager in there, and then you get a guy who can come out there tonight and say that we're not going to be facing Titus Brand, and then gets to go back and forth with them. But instead, you get whichever one of them it was. I don't even know. And he goes, well, what are you going to learn us something? It's like, learn us something. And then Titus fucking almost died.
Real bad.
By the way, Titus and Apollo weren't good on the mic either. It was like listening to 4 idiots try to fuck a light bulb.
Well, again, with the fan thing that we were talking about previously that they do so often, Apollo doesn't sound like a wrestler. He sounds like a fan. Oh, Titus taught me how to do this, and he took me under his wing, and I went ahead and I idolized him for so long. And it's like, you're supposed to be on the same level, not looking up to a jobber.
Yeah, like back in the day, they didn't used to say, like, I looked up to Bruno Sammartino, I looked up to them, I looked up to this. They just went and did their shit.
Exactly.
A lot of them had the attitude of like, F that, I'm the best now. That doesn't matter.
Yeah. And you have to, right? To even create the new generation of talent.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
This one's always
Otherwise,
sucking
you're stuck
off.
in the past.
They're always sucking the past off.
You asked the audience about, what they want, what out of 10. Pretty much all of them were like 2 and 3 out of 10.
Yeah, a few zeros, but most I saw 2
a few
and 3s
zeros
as well.
I saw 1 or 2 4.5s and 6.5s. That was like it. I might have been trolling.
I only saw one guy who I couldn't believe said it. I saw Vito on Twitter was like, I thought the show was good tonight, and I went, what?
I thought it had like really good parts, but like that would add up to maybe 25 minutes of a 3-hour show.
I made
I
made this other video on Twitter earlier. This is basically what I thought of Raw right here. This is Raw right here.
But that sound didn't get me at first, but then when I saw him coming at me, I'm like, oh my god.
Now that sounds it's all wonderful and everything until your kids do that for an hour, and then
yeah,
cut that thing's voice box out.
I just want to say that 564 people said that they thought Raw wasn't going to be good tonight. 81%. 81%. That's about 500 people thought the show was going to suck tonight.
Wow.
That's really bad.
They're psychic, apparently, omnipotent. They can foresee the future.
That opening segment was bullshit, and they fucking played it like 5 times throughout the
night. Oh, my God.
I complain about that. That's been a problem of theirs for years, where they replay what happens in the beginning all night.
I feel like they did it a lot tonight.
Yeah, they did it like twice more than they usually do. And
every
here's
10
my
minutes.
big problem with it. You have Vince come out, and then you're introducing Triple H, then you're introducing Stephanie. And Stephanie, with her gigantic ego, is the one that's going to make this monumental, historic announcement. Now, like Diva Bio pointed out, they've had an all-female pay-per-view before. It was the Divas back then. It was, I forget the name of it. I'll look it back up. But, it's been done. But, all right, so this is women's wrestling, fine. But Stephanie has to be the one to announce it. And it's just such an odd thing for her to be like, this is what we're doing for you. You guys, the audience wanted it, and we're doing it for the women. And no, this is just in response to, the company didn't decide any of this. You were basically forced into this scenario by the fans hijacking Twitter and the show. It wasn't a movement by choice. It was
just to be clear, this will be like a 2-hour pay-per-view, correct?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be something like that. And
right. Like
even more egregious of it all, though, is that they're having Stephanie announce this, and she portrays a heel character in, the authority setting constantly. You have her on the same show, giving heel matches to Kevin Owens, and you hear Baron Corbin saying, oh, well, Stephanie ordered me or advised me to do such and such heel thing. So she's a heel character, but she's supposed to get this face reaction when she announces this monumental thing. So the fans want to boo her, even though she's, announcing something good. It's a positive change. It's just they should have had someone else announce it, or, they should have. It just doesn't make sense coming from her. She either needs to be off TV if she wants to make these kind of like public scenarios, from now on, or she needs to stick to the heel role. You can't have it both ways. You can't be congratulated on being the best thing for the women, in today's society.
What's fucked up is
huge heel.
But they think it worked because, honestly, like when she said that, all the crowd cheered for it. So to them,
it's not.
It
but
worked.
It's so fucking easy to get the crowd to cheer. I swear to God.
Yeah, but
she even said it first, get it out of your system, because the crowd's sitting there booing the whole time.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it was Divas Undressed. They had that pay-per-view a while back, which was all females, And
wait, what the hell? That sounds like a fucking shitty porno.
That's a jerk-off
essentially
session.
It was, but it's not the first female-only show, so.
Wow, I did not know about that. Now, I gotta say, real quick,
me neither.
I just want to thank everybody who came onto the Patreon hangout earlier today. It's been a couple weeks. We did another patron hangout. We all watched the beginning of Raw together, and everybody groaned at the same point. I do want to make it clear that I don't have a problem with the all-women's pay-per-view. I think it's pretty cool, but
no, that's great.
The issue is all the other stuff and the constant reminders. And let's go through Raw. Let's start with the main event real quick, because everybody's thinking about that right now. They want to talk about the main event, but then let's go through Raw, because there's a lot of things to talk about here on Raw. But main event, why in the world does Bobby Lashley beat Roman Reigns at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, but then tonight Roman beats him and he gets a shot against Brock Lesnar? Just doesn't make any sense to me.
It just feels wrong. Now, I understand why they did it, because Roman's the, ESPN, whatever, humanitarian award winning, they're going to focus on that. They're trying to ever so hard to make Brock the bad guy.
Give him 3 matches. Give him a rubber. Make this the rubber match. So there's the first match, Bobby loses.
Again.
The second match, Roman wins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But and then you have
I lost out. I fucking spaced out on who won. I've been like having trouble all night.
Roman, and it made no sense.
Okay, wow, I can't believe that. See, the whole night I thought it was gonna be the other fucker, but when it was over, I was so glad. I just turned it off. I didn't even look to see who won.
Yeah, when they said, Roman might have gotten the stinger at that moment when, he got the spear, he gets the pinfall, and I'm like, all right, here we go. This will end it. And then Roman kicks out, and I'm like, yep, Roman's definitely winning. I was hoping they wouldn't go with Roman, but you knew it had to be done.
You know what's funny? His promo earlier, like, I kind of dug a little bit of it, but I guess you couldn't have him do that promo and not have him go over.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go over.
They went like wimpy heel there. Like, I feel like he could have done a little more with it, but it was like in a heel direction, right?
It was, but like Joe said, honestly, where does Lashley go from here? What do they do if they don't have him say something next week?
He's temporary. I don't think he's even going to be a.
No, I mean, I don't agree with that. Where does he go from here? I mean, that's not a big deal. He beat Roman once, and then he barely lost tonight. So they made Bobby look strong. My point is, what's the sense?
Shook his hand at the end, so he's not going to go and say, I need a rematch. He's like saying, I lost clean. I lost fair and square by shaking his hand. So if he comes out next week and says, I need a rematch, they should have just left it open-ended. Or they should have speared each other and had the count out. Like, there's a bunch of other ways they could have gone for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's pathetic. I mean, to be honest, are we going to get Roman? We're going to get Roman versus Brock again.
Are they going to just give it to Braun, you think?
Well, that's what we thought. Right away, we said, like, that Roman will win the belt or something, and then Braun will come out and take out Roman, or depending on how the crowd reacts. Like, so let's say the crowd kind of cheers for Reigns, because I think Vince is trying to do the same thing he did at Mania again, where it's like, like Brock Lesnar doesn't show up. He hates the fans. He hates you guys. And so if the cheering is mixed for Roman at SummerSlam, then maybe they go, okay, no Braun, don't come out. But either that night or the night after on Raw, it could be cashed in. And that could be like if the whole place is booing and shit, they could have be like, all right, Braun, go out there and win the title.
I don't feel like they listen to the fucking fans that much.
They don't, but I think that this is the second attempt now. It didn't work at WrestleMania. Fans were booing and chanting, and they hijacked the last one. So I think maybe now that they're aware of it, they're like, all right, well, we got a game plan now. But, oh shit, there was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. But, it was Braun. We thought maybe, Braun would win the night after, possibly, too. But I don't know. Roman even kind of had a heel promo tonight. He was like,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I was going to ask you guys because you've been watching while I haven't. Is that the kind of the most heel he's gone in promos?
That's the most I've ever seen him do.
That's what I thought. That's why.
I'm here to stay. You can boo me all you want. You can say that I'm shoved down your throats. That tells
me you're going to see a Roman and Braun thing where Braun's the good guy and he's or something. You're going to. I kind of liked it. I hope they do more of it because I feel like he could have gone. It's so organic, right? The fans are booing him. Fucking, he can tell him, I don't give a shit. I'm still up here. What are you gonna do about it? Like he was doing, but go darker with it, even, or go like
The issue is like more, like a lot of people will still cheer Brock, and people will boo Brock, and people will cheer Roman, and people will boo Roman. So it's just this wishy-washiness. And the funny thing about this is Vince usually hates when two faces take on each other. Vince usually doesn't like face versus face. Well, I mean, this essentially is that. This is face heel versus face heel. And so everybody's just jumped together. And that's why
I almost feel like Brock might get a bigger boo just because I'm not having him around at all. I think is fucking hurting him.
Well, they tried that at Mania. They tried the same storyline at Mania where they were like, I'm here, he's not. And the people just ended up saying, you know what? We're not that into Brock. Yeah,
well,
we're right.
I don't even mean them constructing it. I mean just them seeing Brock for like the first time in a while. They're just, it's like, who gives a shit? Boo, you're here, so fucking what? I'd like to see a beach ball get hit right towards his entrance.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. I mean, the audience.
At least Roman's like, he's around. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, the audience hijacked the show every time they fought, and it's only gotten worse and worse.
I don't see how they're gonna do. They're probably gonna do the same, right? I mean, this is not gonna be good.
It's not gonna be pretty.
No.
They were chanting "fuck this match" and fight for never.
Fight for never was the best one. Fight for never, like
and something that's always really bothers me, is when they put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line.
Yes.
I've never liked that. The only time it ever worked, I think it was when Cena had it with CM. No, that was his Rumble win. So scratch that. But I really don't care for when they put, I'm going to put my briefcase on. So now they're doing it with Owens and Braun. And I know they've had this feud, so
I fucking hate that.
It doesn't work for me. And what if Owens does get the briefcase now? I don't think they'd go that far.
It does smell kind of weird, doesn't it? Like, why are they doing this?
It's just so odd.
They've actually got momentum behind Braun, so why would they?
They do, but they don't. There's maybe Braun doesn't need the briefcase in there. They've anytime they put it on the line, that person's lost it.
Well, they've even got a gimmick, Monster in the Bank. Don't they want to sell more of those T-shirts? They're not just going to let that go right away.
Yeah, probably. And they won't stop saying that either. That's annoying too. Why is the ring announcer saying, "Welcome, Monster in the Bank"?
Sorry.
It's just, it feels very idiotic. And could you imagine, there he loses his briefcase, and why doesn't he cash in next week? He said that the next time he sees Brock, he's going to cash in. So why doesn't he just make a plan to cash in next week when Brock's going to be there? He makes himself sound like an idiot.
Sorry. A question for both of you guys, because I missed a lot of years of wrestling, especially like when they started the first few years of the Money in the Bank. What was the average that the person would wait to cash in? Like, would they wait all year? Would they do it halfway? Did some people do it right away? What was like the average that people would do?
I would say it's 7 months, but I don't know that for a fact.
So basically,
it feels like a good majority
amount of
waited
time.
a while. Yeah, a good majority of them I feel like waited.
Build up. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 to 10 months.
There's been a few immediate cash-ins, but those have been recently more. I know, Dean did it.
You're talking about successful cash-ins?
No, I'm immediate. Like the night they won it, they've done it the same. There's, 2 recently with Alexa and Dean Ambrose.
A lot of them happen after WrestleMania, right, Jake? I feel like a lot. WrestleMania or SummerSlam time.
Around that, yeah, usually. But I feel like they usually waited a few months, if not longer. It was like a 6-month span. It varies, but it always, went a while.
Seth Rollins, was that Seth Rollins a few years ago that did one? Or something.
Yeah, he did that at Mania, and he held it.
Yeah, that worked really well. That was great.
You didn't really see it coming. You thought maybe it could happen, but that was just a perfect moment.
I kind of like the build-up myself, at least in concept.
Yeah, that's half the fun is the chase, and they sold that so well because because Seth tried to cash in a few times, and Dean Ambrose stopped him. And the one night Dean gets incapacitated in the ladder match, he got frigged up really bad. And everyone's saying, how come Dean didn't stop him? Oh, because Dean was taken out. So, everything just fell into place perfectly. There was no plot holes. It was just very synergistic. Everything just lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
And the fans were not really all into the match. It seemed like, what Rowan was about to win. No one really wanted to see that. And it just was so perfect. I love that moment. That's one of the highlights for years for WrestleMania. That encapsulates a WrestleMania moment perfectly.
Well, I got to play a couple of these donations, but real quick, anybody who's new to the channel, if you guys want, make sure you guys sub down below. Don't miss out on the daily wrestling videos, opinions, podcasts. Plus, I'm live after every WWE event right here. Also want to remind everybody that there's a bunch of content on my other channel that's non-wrestling related. We do Monetize This Fridays, Thursday Night Throwdown Thursdays, and a bunch of other shit. Plus, we'll be doing Out of Nowhere on Wednesday. This Wednesday, as always, here. So make sure you guys sub the other channel. It's youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. So if you guys like listening to more audio and podcasts, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast, or right here on youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. Hit that sub button down below. If you like the video that we do, hit the like. And if you want to support, jump over to Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You guys fund the show over there. Plus, you get bonus 30 hours of content a week. We did an hour hangout earlier, plus led into Raw, where we gave our opinions and kind of reacted to the women's thing. And we had some fun earlier. We're going to do those as always. We do them like every 2 weeks. But we're probably going to do them a little bit more. Plus my Morning Madness podcast and everything else. Just a ton of stuff on Patreon. $5 a month, $2 a month, $1 a month. Some people are $20 a month patrons or more. Jump over there, check out all the benefits. There's a bunch of shit on Patreon. Don't miss out on some of the shows we do over there. And I'm ranting on some people and stuff over there over the next couple days. Plus yesterday's just some crazy shit hitting the Patreon. So we're having a blast. I've never seen Patreon lit like this before. So come on over to Patreon. We're adding some more shows. Announcement coming this week as well. And here's the donations.
Super chat. Seriously, that guy was a loser. Yes, Jake is here.
Yeah, what's up, Finn Balor Forever? Yeah, I am shocked that Jake is here tonight. No idea he was going to be here. I thought it was me and Jesse. And
Super Chat Party.
Joe, what are you going to learn us?
I'm going to learn you something, Schleppy. I'm going to learn you how to remember your lines, bro. Those guys, man, they just don't look right. They were like pacing too much. It was weird. They were so green on the mic. It was obvious. Just get him a manager, man. How hard is it? There's just great managers throughout the wrestling world. I mean, all you got to do is just get him somebody. I'll do it, WWE. Give me a call. We'll make them look $1 million bucks. Schleppy, thanks for the $9.99. Anybody. There's so many good managers out there that you just got to get. Super chat. Super chat.
Oh. Welcome back, Jakey Poo.
C.E.
More.
C.E. More.
Yeah.
Look at that. Make love to Seymour. Jake,
Thank
give
you,
him the
Seymour.
tongue.
Sounds like he had a good weekend.
Give him the tongue, Jake.
Blowjob City.
Give him the tongue.
Oh! Fuck it.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Just watches the opening to see what the slut Stephanie was going to say.
Oh my
Just
God.
saw that Roman will face Lesnar again.
This
Can someone please drop that Samoan joke on his neck and cut Vince's faggot testicles?
Oh my God! What the frig? Dickie Noyos? What up? Dickie changed his name? Dickie, thank you, man.
Noise.
This is what she sounded like. She was like, "I'm Stephanie McMahon." That's what happened. Dude, he did land on his head. Roman got thrown into the ring and he bounced off his noggin. It looked pretty good. Looked like a... I thought it might have been a spot, maybe. But...
He's a faggot.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
This is a prepared statement from the Illuminati.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
WWE announced a one-woman pay-per-view because only one woman draws the people in. Ronda Rousey thing. We'll see a boring main event where Lesnar will win.
Ronda Rousey. Thank you very much.
Grand Illuminous.
Whoops.
The Grand Illuminous sent me the Illuminati book. It was really good. I've been reading it. I've been learning all about the Illuminati, Grand Illuminous. It's been amazing. So thank you for that book, and, you know...
Kill myself! Shit bum!
Someone please help us. Please don't let it be Roman versus Lesnar at SS. Please tell me that Vince thought it was okay because those idiots last week were chanting strip the title and got Vince thinking he can finally get Roman over. Please God, no.
Hey, wait. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Just because they... I'm sorry. Shit.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, just because they make it look like it's Roman and him, what if they spun it down, between now and then to be a triple threat?
Well, we thought maybe that might happen, actually. That still could happen, you're right. But
it still could happen.
Super chat. Super chat.
Godzilla 2 trailer greater than Raw tonight.
Oh, man. Oh, Tommy NC. That's Brahmakian Productions. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, Tommy NC's losing his mind because he loves Godzilla movies. Super chat. Super chat.
Thought he
Jake,
was
you
Godzilla
are a beast. You'd be fan-fav in Philly.
He's got a Godzilla cock. Finn Balor says, Jake, you're a beast.
Hell yeah.
He fucking is, dude. That was
really
thinking the same thing earlier.
Well, you're in a goddamn neck break.
I know.
First of all, glad to see you, Jake. Get well soon. Hey, Joe.
Glad to see you, Jake.
Thank you, Casey is raw.
Oh, shit. Thank you.
What's up, Casey? Drink a beer.
Poor Jesse's falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like...
Joe's losing his mind, Raw gave him ligma at this point, and it's just...
Any day I'm going to get that diagnosis, I'll be right there with you guys. That'd be funny. I'd die first.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit bomb.
We're going together.
I guess I'm a moron casual then. A causal fan who has watched wrestling for the past 30 years. I enjoyed the show. 6.5 out of 10.
Wow.
A lot of folks won't say the show is good because they kiss your ass. In any case, I love you, Cronin.
I legitimately did not like the show a lot. Like, it's not even
I
like...
could see giving it a 5. Right down the middle. That's it.
Maybe
6.5. I'd have to know why.
Well, let's go through it. Hey, Vito, thank you, Vito, of doing Vito. And like, I'm just shocked.
We always welcome differing opinions.
Sure, fuck yeah.
I just don't. I agree. Like Vito, you can like whatever you want, man. I love you. I thought you were joking. Like I thought legit.
I just don't see how you liked it. Call in and eventually later on and tell us.
Let's go through real quick. Like I want to run through it like very quickly. Like let's Jake, you can if you got it open. I'll open it up.
Yeah.
But if not,
I've got everything here.
Let's run through all. So let's talk about the opening. The women came out and blah blah. I'd give that I mean, I was fairly bored by the opening segment. After once you realized it was about the women, they tried to trick you like it was something different, and it really wasn't a surprise. And they kept going, and so I thought it was okay. Like, all right, cool. We thought that was gonna happen. Evolution. All right, cool. But then you knew it was gonna be shoved down your throat the whole show. So, okay, opening a little long.
Yeah, I've said for a long time now the women should have their own show, akin to 205 Live. So for me, this is right up my alley. This is something I want to see. It's going to be interesting to see how they build to it, and who's actually included, and who actually gets a chance to wrestle, because they're bringing in so many legends and past female performers, and I guess NXT is going to be involved as well. So. It was funny to see Nikki Cross on the stage, because she's supposed to debut, I guess, tomorrow night on SmackDown. I had heard recently, anyways, and they kind of spoiled that a little bit. I mean, she's coming, but still,
they just didn't care about surprising you with her.
No.
I mean, she was on the house shows all weeks of house shows.
Exactly. We knew she's coming. It's just a matter of when. But they do that kind of stuff often now, where they're like, fuck it, what's the point of trying to keep the surprise alive? But I am happy that they're going to have their own pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to hearing more details and how it's going to work, though. I'm very curious. Is it, I just want to know how they're going to build, or is it just going to be like other like MSG shows where they just announce matches and there's no build at all? Where they're just like, this one versus this. The Undertaker and Triple H are fighting because we're going to Australia.
Let's go back to that later. Let's just go through Raw right now. I just want to run through Raw.
Yeah.
Like, just run through it.
So, after that, we get right in the beginning, we see Sasha Banks. Oh, no, excuse me, I missed the match. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. We see them defend their tag team titles against Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Jesse, I know you had something you noted about this match, right?
Well, it was more about the tag match.
Yeah, that right here, Curtis Axel.
Yeah, against Bray and
they lose
Bray and
again.
Matt.
They lost again.
Well, it's more about like Matt. I just can't believe how it's almost like because they created Bray and Matt came from somewhere else. They're almost just like I got this feeling of like, all right, go out there and do exactly what we need you to do for the video game. That's all we need you to do. Just go out there and do that move for move, all your entrance, everything. No fucking personality at all in any of it, and I feel bad for him. It's like,
yeah, he doesn't look like he loves it like he used to. That's for sure.
They ruined it.
Some people were excited with the little like heelish turn at the end with them snapping back, but it was a fluky win. It wasn't a definitive win. Yeah, it wasn't a definitive win. The B team's getting cheered, which is what the company wants, and neither team is a true face or heel because they've both kind of fluctuated and towed the line back and forth. It's just it's a messy situation. Now we're not going to see them involved in the tag titles. They'll get swept out, and God knows what Matt and Bray are going to be doing going forward. So, whatever. Really quick, before we get to the second match, we saw a backstage thing here where it was Finn Balor's like fun house. It was like a playhouse that Baron Corbin set up for him, and I retweeted it more to be like sarcastic and ironic. But this killed me to see this. With him, like, smiling inside of it. What a fucking joke.
Who was smiling? Wait, what?
Finn Balor in the back.
Oh,
with
God.
The
what
thing.
the
Finn's
fuck,
Funhouse.
dude?
I retweeted it. Because,
that was horrible.
you see him smiling inside of it. And it's like, oh, my God. You see the kid, the teddy bear on top. And, he's too big of a superstar not to have your own locker room. And after beating me in Extreme Rules. And it's just really not okay.
Finn Balor has become a joke. He has become a joke. Dude, he's got women hating on him.
I know, and they're focusing on his size when he's done so much in the ring. He's the same height as Seth, and it just you know, I just don't get it. Balor's small compared to Corbin, but not that much. I mean, they're doing the same thing they did with Daniel Bryan and Big Cass. It's like, it's just a pointless storyline. It means nothing. You got your ass beat. So what if he's shorter? You lost the match definitively.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would rather see him, torture him in other ways. It's just the height thing is redundant, and seeing Finn smile and play into it so much is just bullshit. Even more frustrating, we now have the lesbians come out, Sasha Banks and Bayley. They take on two locals, Samantha Simon and Karen Lundy. Excuse me. The enhancement duo didn't even get entrances. They did nothing, Joe. And even worse is that we're hearing they're adding women tag teams titles. So the reason that they scrapped the feud between Sasha and Bayley is because they want them to be the first ones to hold the women's tag titles.
Oh my God! But they've already scrapped it twice with them.
Yeah, they get a momentum, they get it going.
They wasted our time. They wasted our time with Bayley and Sasha for a year now. A year of this. Like, how anybody can like this show tonight. I'm sorry. I don't know how the fuck this show can be good. I mean, if I was retarded, I might enjoy this stuff. Dude,
I'm sorry.
At this point, we are at least at, like, I don't know what we're at. We're at a 1 out of 10 so far. And then on top of that, Sasha and Bayley, we get no payoff with them whatsoever. We should have already gotten it 6 months ago, but now they reset it and started it again, and now they're friends again. They're friends after they tortured us with this shit. Kill me, somebody, kill me!
We saw it at Elimination Chamber. It was like, oh, good, this is happening. The heel turn's happening. Nope, nothing, like you said. Then they rekindle it now. They go through therapy. We see her snap. We're like, oh, good, we're going to get this huge heel turn. All that nonsense just to see them embrace and a hug and come out and with the wacky wavy inflatable fucking dildos. Like, it's just infuriating. And all this is, from what I'm hearing, because they scrapped it again, because they want these two, they're recognizable, they're big sellers, so they want to keep them both as faces to sell the women's tag team titles. So they're going to have them go on like a semi-strong run to build up the women's tag team division.
Yeah, I get what they're doing, but they should have thought of that before they fucking went and built these two fucking idiots this storyline for no reason. They're wasting our time. They wasted our time. Not only were the segments cringy, where like they talk to each other like robots, but then we got no payoff ever. Then they faked it twice. And now they're gonna wait till this tag team thing till the pay-per-view. I mean, man, this is... And listen, the result might be fine. Like, in the end, that might have been the right decision to make them the tag team champions. But the problem is, how you got there was stupid. They should have given us the fight first. They should have They should have been like, well, we're going to have Sasha and Bayley have these crazy matches, and then they'll shake hands by the end of it, and then they'll become tag team partners. That would make sense. But just having them almost fight, then never mind, now they're friends again, and then 3 months later, now they fight, but now they don't fight, and now they're trying to be friends again after fighting every week, and then they become champions. That's just a waste. Makes no sense what they're doing, and it's clear that Vince just fucking changed his direction. It's like, and you know what the funny thing is? Vince is probably saying they're not buying this, or like this ain't working, so let's go ahead and just do this now, or whatever. But it's like, it's not working because you won't be fully committed to anything. And now you're recommitting things for no reason. It's so stupid. So anyway, there we are. Right now, so far, Raw has been a piece of shit. Let's continue.
Yeah, and that's the first hour, in a nutshell.
That's the first hour. Now, horse shit.
I just wanted to say, my mom fucking hadn't seen, Vince McMahon in probably 25 years. She saw him tonight, and I would think the word that would come to her mind, oh man, he's getting old. No, first thing she says is, he's looking feeble. And I'm just like, damn.
Jeez.
Even she's realizing he's losing it, and she just saw him for a second. And I'm just like, wow. It's that obvious now.
It is that obvious.
He really has aged. It's when I see him, I'm like, oh man, I keep forgetting. And we're noticing it more.
It's not even a knock at that.
No, he's old. He really is old. The guy's old.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And also, we don't see him on TV every week. So every time we see him, we notice the change since the last time you saw him. It's not like he's on Raw every week. It's going to be a
gap of time between each appearance.
It's going to be a sad time and a weird time. like when Vince McMahon passes away. I'm not joking about that. It's going to be very weird when he passes away, because you just used to seeing him every week, man. And I'm used to that. And even seeing him like this is a little tough, because you're used to seeing the, damn it, I'm Vince McMahon, like, and you just love that Vince. And now he comes out there and he's just so droopy and getting older, and you're like, oh man, like, things are changing. Looks bad. It's just what happens. People get old, but it just always, man, it always makes me pause and like friggin'.
Well, you know what it is? He's always had that demanding, domineering presence. When he got on the mic, he just took over an arena. No matter what he was doing, worst heels or just commentating, you know, it didn't matter, whatever his position was. Now he gets on the mic and he sounds meek and weak. He doesn't have that same feel, like I think, and I think it's partly his look too, just looking so feeble. I don't feel like he commands the same attention.
I just don't think he wants to be the, you know, I don't think he wants to come out and be the monster.
I think he's focused on the football, honestly. By every interview, everything we've heard. Right now, one of the quotes that I heard indirectly used, it wasn't directly attributed, but this is what somebody had said. He views Roman and Brock as the new Austin Rock.
Yeah, he's on
that's
drugs.
The new top feud, and that's why he wants to keep that going. But
he's on drugs. He's on drugs.
It's on Jinder's juice. Speaking of Jinder, Hour 2 kicks off with Braun. He comes out, says a bunch of stupid bullshit on the mic about congratulating the women, licks his lips really awkwardly after saying that.
Yeah. Then Jinder comes out and his pimples bleed. Hello? Oh, I think we lost Jake. Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
My point, Strowman says, Stephanie McMahon empowered me to come out and handle the situation. So again, the heel Stephanie. Just something that, it continually pisses me off. But he said that he's going to get somebody to work with Braun to control his temper. They send out Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh. They start to meditate in the ring. Braun, he hands his ass to both of them and says, sniff it, kicks the shit out of them. They get thrown out of the ring, and the crowd cheers. It's just a very stupid, immature, senseless segment. The crowd, obviously cheering for the bully Braun. It's just, I don't know. It's a waste. It's a waste of time. Does nothing for anybody. Mahal was a world champion, a little over a year ago. Now he's trying to teach yoga in the ring, basically.
It was really weird. Like, I thought there was going to be some kind of dastardly thing that Owens had in mind or something. And instead we got, like, show and tell or something with these two guys. And it was very cheesy, very childish, very PG. And it was abysmal.
I'd love to see a house show.
Oh.
I'm saying that
they're better.
Because
they're a lot better.
Yeah, they are. They always are. I would just love to see them, to see the contrast right now of what they're doing with these guys and how much the talent themselves are saying, fuck this, let's do what we want to do out there.
Well, the Miz and Nakamura just had like a faux karate fight against each other, doing like martial arts moves in the ring, and like they go out there and they have fun and they enjoy themselves.
You're talking about on a house show, or
in a house show? Yeah.
Okay. See, yeah, I've been to house shows, and then I mean they were better than SummerSlam 2012, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I'll tell you, if Bobby Lashley could dance, they would definitely have something there. I got to go back to the donations running bit behind here. ShiBUM!
Sup, Joe and Jake and Jesse.
What's
Worthless fucking Raw tonight. Roman versus Lesnar for the 50th. Fucking time and so many fucking overselling promos for the SJW PPV. Elias was great. But damn same fucking shit again. Die in a coma, Vince.
Die in a coma. Jesus Christ, I missed that last part. I just read it. A 0.5 out of 10. Triple Gaming hated this. Triple Gaming, thank you for becoming a $5 ShiBUM. Triple Gaming, thank you, man. Devil Zargar. Devel Zargar. What the fuck is that?
I'm keeping it rolling. We had Natalia versus Mickie James. Very short match. We got to see on the night that Evolution was announced, Mickie James, win, which was odd, but Alexa Bliss, accompanied her to the ring. So the women's champion didn't speak on the mic, didn't say anything about the pay-per-view, nothing.
Drinking JD's tears after that, Jake and Joe.
Gorilla Strong, what's up, Gorilla? Gorilla, how you been, bro? Yeah, drink them up, baby. Soak them in.
Absolutely.
He's probably crying all over somebody right now. Stars in. Stars in, thank you for subscribing. People are unloading. People are angry. I can tell by the donations that people are fucking furious tonight. They don't want to deal with the bullshit. No one does. Watch the special Raw pre-show hangout earlier, available on Patreon. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show.
Give me that hell yeah!
Dildo.
Joe, are you going to review more NJPW?
Maybe Dildo Swaggins. Dildo Swaggins, possibly. I think this Thursday I will start the Impact reviews on Patreon. So I believe this Thursday. Let me know. I'm not really sure. I missed Slammiversary, although I saw a lot of highlights of it. It looked a lot better than Extreme Rules. But I missed Slammiversary because I couldn't order it on cable. Maybe I can go to their website and order it still. If I can watch it, I will be reviewing it and putting it up on Patreon.
It was online. You can get it, but a lot of people said that Sami Callihan match was the highlight of the night.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. I mean, I was gonna watch it. Haven't missed a Slammiversary in 8 years, but goddamn Comcast went to order, wouldn't let me do it. So look for that on Patreon. I know I've been doing I gotta bring the NXTs. I was waiting for feedback on my NXT review, and it seemed people do like that. So if people like it enough, I'll combine NXT and Impact, and maybe I'll even compare the two of them to each other. I mean, obviously, they're probably going to both beat Raw and SmackDown. Yeah. Maybe. NXT sometimes is a little bit weird with the taping, but NXT TakeOvers will beat everything, so.
Oh, hands down, no doubt.
Shakira Prasad, thank you very much for subbing to the channel, and have a drink for me if you can.
Thank you, Shakira. Next up, JoJo introduces Elias again.
I think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get another one, Jake.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know what they're doing with Elias, Joe.
Elias, yeah, I thought he would attack somebody tonight, but
I was hoping we got more.
Super Chat Party.
What if Kevin Owens wins, then cashes in on Roman?
I don't know, man. Then plans were certainly changed. I mean, that's what they're trying to make us think. That some kind of weird plans are changing here, and they're trying to put something on the line. Brew Crew Gaming. I'm trying to remember.
The Authority helped Owens win the Universal title before, so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I can't remember if anybody else has beaten somebody for the Money in the Bank. Has that ever happened? I don't remember. Anybody remember that?
Yeah, where they put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
Really? Wow.
I'm fucking Bobby Roode! Triple H wants to fuck me! Glorious!
Yes!
Hell yeah?
Yes!
Stoked to see you, Jake. Joe, great as always. Didn't watch Raw, don't care. Take care, guys.
Oh my god, dude. How fucked up is it that Tyler Floyd comes in here, drops a $24 donation, and he says, glad to see you guys. Didn't watch Raw, don't care. Here's $24.
Fucking Jesus. Tyler.
Jesus Christ, awesome. Tyler Floyd. Thank you, man. That's the largest donation of the show, Tyler. I believe. Yes, it is. Tyler.
I'm trying to find the stats for this, but I know people have defended it before and lost their briefcase, so it has happened. Maybe somebody in the chat knows before. I know Edge took Mr. Kennedy's. Yeah, chat said that.
That was a while ago. Shit.
There was another one that happened as well. I know.
Yeah, I don't remember any.
I'm gonna have to go back through, but I know. And then people have also put it on the line as well before.
I think they
we've
use
seen
it.
Failed cash-ins too. I mean, obviously, but
yeah, I think that they do it a lot to like put something at stake. So I get that. If like I understand, like and I'm on board kind of with it, but I'm not really on board with the idea. And that's the whole point. Is you're supposed to get angry at the whole thing, but I'm not really on board with like Braun had nothing to say to it. But I do like that he wasn't the one that did put it on the line. Because I think the last time this happened, somebody put it on the line, and it was like there was no need for that person to put the Money in the Bank on the line, and it made them look like idiots. I don't remember who.
Exactly. Well, here, I'll go through it super, super quick. But Edge won the first one, and he held it for 280 days before cashing it in. He successfully defended it against Matt Hardy in October, and he won it at WrestleMania. Rob Van Dam defended it after, 70 days. He defended it against Shelton Benjamin. Mr. Kennedy lost his to Edge on Raw.
Right.
CM Punk held his for 92 days, and then again for 63 days. Jack Swagger held the contract for 2 days. And
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Swagger was a mess. I remember that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, was that a mess.
And then The Miz won it after that. Something happened, though, where Jack Swagger, it was ridiculous in that sense. Kane had it. He cashed in on the same night. Daniel Bryan and Del Rio, Dolph Ziggler, John Cena. It just goes on. But Damian Sandow, he failed to cash in. Who else failed? Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Baron Fruit Roll Up Corbin.
Failure.
Did he get rolled up to lose it like everything else? Bet you got rolled up.
Yeah, I don't doubt that he got rolled up because he was the second wrestler to lose cleanly in a cash-in match. So
was it a roll up? Somebody find that out. That'd be funny in the chat. I bet you Baron rolled up. He did a little bit better on the mic tonight. I got to tell you, Baron Corbin did a little bit better on the mic tonight. He is ugly, Randy Orton, but he did a little bit of a better job on the mic tonight as the whatever he is. It's kind of hard to believe that he's in that position, but it seemed like he was kind of going nowhere with what he was doing. So that's the one thing I can say. I give them credit for trying to do something different with him because it seemed like it wasn't going anywhere. So I can appreciate that. But anyway, we left off at the Jinder Mahal Braun thing. That sucked. And what was after that?
Yeah, that was awful. After that, we went ahead, like I said, Natalia, Mickie James. You saw Alexa Bliss for all of 2 seconds.
What was Mickie James wearing tonight?
I don't know. She looked like a dominatrix, and
no, she looked like a Power Ranger toy or something.
Yeah, it was an odd getup, but it wasn't bad. It was.
I thought it wasn't very good. I like when I can see her belly because she got a nice little belly.
Everything about her.
I mean, I'm gonna be a creepy. I'm just gonna be a creepy guy. That looks like something she should wear. Like if she had been pregnant and kind of wasn't in shape yet, you would wear that. It made her look more out of shape, but when she wore her other outfits, I felt she looked good.
That's not creepy. That's true. It's form fitting.
Right.
That wasn't.
Now, all the PC people nowadays would be like, "Are you sitting there judging the guys?" Yes, I am. I'm judging
look at
Finn
what
Balor.
we said about Jinder Mahal.
Finn Balor was like a goddamn sex symbol for women. Okay, they made Finn Balor look like a bitch tonight. There's girls on Twitter that are saying, "Give me back Finn Balor and give me back the Demon." There's girls in their 20s who think that Finn Balor was like cute or whatever before. They are angry. They think this is.
They're done with this. They don't want to see him smile. And
females who are attracted to Finn are calling him gay, and like it's like, oh my god, like, and I get that that's bad because of the whole LGBTQ thing that he's representing. But like they're like,
but Joe,
why
these girls are thirsty.
Yeah, they're cock thirsty.
On his pictures, the one where he showed his ass crack was blurred, when he showed the bruise on his back.
Yeah.
There were so many female comments being like, "Ooh, turn around, I'll suck that," like instantly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys were like, "Oh, that's not fair, because if we said that to a woman, we'd get ostracized." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" They just jumped all over him like a piece of man meat, and now they want nothing to do with it. Like you said, give us back Finn and Gay Balor and.
Yeah, they're really mad. Like the women are angry. Like the women, they want badass dude. This is the one thing that I noticed on Twitter. I mean, there's a lot of women out there that are just like, I love him, it doesn't matter. But there are a lot of women that are angry, and I would say the ones that are mad are the more really wrestling fan women.
They were calling him Gay Balor with a hashtag for it.
Yeah, the women, like not the guys even. Now the guys are too, and that like there is a little bit of a weird like angry hatred towards things. Let me take a phone call.
Yeah, one of the women said that Vince must have called a priest because they exorcised the demon.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of women that want to exercise his demon, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, where's Demon Balor been?
Yeah,
we haven't seen that. Since what? He faced AJ?
He did look fairly strong in his match, by the way, dude. When he kicked Drew McIntyre in the corner, Drew McIntyre, I love this guy. He sold that and exploded off his feet into the turnbuckle and bounced off the turnbuckle. That was fucking awesome. Dude, Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre put on a pretty decent match. It was the best match at that point of the night. There really weren't a lot of good matches. We'll talk about that in a minute. That was one of the big issues tonight. Retarded decisions and not any matches that could take us out of this until the third hour really happened. 828, you're on the phone.
Yo, what's up, Joe? How you doing tonight?
Oh, you know who is on the phone. Here he is.
And, JB, would you lead me out with a chant real quickly?
What do you mean?
I have all my guests chant a thing that I say all the time, you Hollywood. Would you mind chanting with me before I end the show?
Gonna have to pass.
What's up, Tommy? How you doing?
See Himmelfarb.
What's up, man?
Gonna have to pass.
Gonna have to pass. I blocked him in my phone today. Gonna have to pass.
It actually came to that, huh?
Gonna have to pass. Gonna have to pass on. All right, Tommy, what do you got, man? What's up? You watch Raw tonight? It's been a while since you've given
I watched
your inside analysis, or not inside, but analysis of Raw.
I have to agree with you. There wasn't a lot of good matches. There wasn't a lot of good matches tonight.
No, really. No, there wasn't much.
And really, tonight I knew that Reigns was going to take it home tonight. I knew that he was going to win it because, as I told everybody else, I said Roman Reigns is the next John Cena, and that's how it's going to be. You know.
Well, I mean, he's already.
That's just the way the package.
I mean, that's not really a very bold statement. I mean, he's headlined the last 4 WrestleManias.
Yeah.
He already is. He's been the next Cena for the last 3 years now.
I mean, have you seen that Superman?
But I said that last year. I also said that last year but you disagreed with me multiple times that Reigns was not going to be the next Cena. But I
he's not the next Cena. He's not Cena. He's nowhere near Cena. They want him.
The thing is,
Cena.
He's not Cena. He is billed as the next Cena. There's a difference. He's billed as the next. He's billed like Cena. By the way, I did not hang up on you. I don't know why your call dropped off. Tommy, he is billed like Cena, but he is not Cena because I can't. I even remember this conversation from a year ago too. Tommy, so what I was saying is, Cena, he is billed like Cena, but he is not Cena because Cena, got millions of people watching the product, while Roman Reigns has been billed like Cena. People have tuned out the product. So even though they bill him like Cena, he is not Cena. And he won't be Cena.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's impossible
That's the thing.
at this point. Unless he's a heel or something crazy happens. Right now he is just not at all Cena. At all. But he's booked like Cena.
But that's the thing, is they're bubble wrapping around Roman Reigns and trying to make him look like Cena and here's the thing, I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I like Roman Reigns, but I can tell now if your name is not Roman Reigns, you're not going to go anywhere right now in the WWE.
Well, I mean, as much as I don't like what they're doing with Roman. Like, I haven't liked Roman for the last few years, mostly because of how he's booked. I mean, Seth Rollins is going somewhere, so, I mean, I'll give you that. But, so I don't really agree with that, and AJ Styles is the WWE World Champion, so they're going places, so I do disagree with it. But I do think Roman's 50-50 booking and his goofy booking and them continuously shoving him down the throat and just not acknowledging the fans. And sometimes they do, though, randomly, like tonight. Right? The night after WrestleMania, they go so hard to say, these people are crazy, it's bizarre, like, nobody boos Reigns normally. But then tonight you give a guy a line like, go ahead and say I'm shoved down your throats, but you're going to shut your mouth. Like, that was a heel promo, and he actually said something. So, it's weird, man, what they're doing, to be honest. And it's not working. The lowest Raw of all time 2 weeks ago. The lowest Raw in Boston 2 weeks ago. All time, ever. That's insane. That Cena brought the ratings up. Because of Cena, the ratings went from dropping to like a 2.8, 3.2 to bouncing up back to a 5. I mean, that's John Cena. Roman Reigns is, back like we've the worst ratings there's ever been. But anyway, Tommy, I'm gonna let you go, man. Anything you want to say before you go? Like you, Holly, woo!
But just to say, one thing I have to, I'm aggravated with right now is just how they are pushing, Braun Strowman right now. But even though if he cashes in on Lesnar, Lesnar's not going to even drop the title because you know how Lesnar is. He's just like, I'll drop the title when I want to drop the title. That's just how he is. Like,
So you're saying
every single.
Are you saying that Braun won't be able to? Are you saying that Braun won't make his cash in? It won't happen?
He'll try to do it, but Lesnar won't let him. Lesnar is such a bullheaded guy that he won't drop the title. And when he has that title around his waist, and you've said this on multiple occasions, that Lesnar doesn't even show up for house shows at all or even TV time. He only shows up when Vince McMahon throws a paycheck at his head, and then he shows up and then does a few things and then disappears, and then we don't see him ever. So it'd be better to see it on Strowman, honestly. It's just, I wish that he would go to UFC. Like, I wish, there's been, this multi-collaboration with the UFC stunt, and I'm like, come on, Lesnar, just go to UFC. We don't want you in the WWE anymore. We want you to go away. Just go away. That's my opinion, because I want to see that title on a wrestler that's going to be there every single night to defend that title. And you agree with me, don't you, Joe?
I mean, they're booking him this way on purpose. It seems to get everybody upset that the belt isn't around, or they're utilizing the fact that he really doesn't want to be there all the time. I mean, it's been like 89 days or 90-something days since the belt's been defended. The belt needs to be defended every 30 days, and I don't blame that on Brock. I blame the WWE. The belt needs to be defended every 30 days, or at least every 60 days. I mean, this is ridiculous. Every 30 days at least. But, I'm not going to cheer for Roman. I'm not going to cheer for Brock at this point, so you got yourself another waste of time on our hands if this is what they do. Thank you, Tommy, for the call.
Yeah. So,
good night, man.
All right, baby.
Funny thing is, I agree with Tommy, wholeheartedly.
Of
how
course
I feel
you
about
do.
Brock.
You hate Lesnar.
Yeah, I absolutely despise him, so I'm open and honest about it. Oh, Monica said, yes, Corbin was rolled up by Jinder.
Oh, my God.
He did get rolled up to lose the cash-in. That's just too classic.
Oh, my God, dude. I am losing my mind right now. That is so funny.
Welcome to the Joe Cripple Show. Raw sucked. 5/10 just turned Sasha and Bailey lesbian. Welcome back, Jake.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, Austin Young? Yeah,
I do want to clarify that I don't agree with the Mark tendencies that Tommy has. The little less casual things that he gets into, where he obviously believes the story. I'm going more off of the real background issues that people have and legitimate gripes, but it's still an opinion.
Hey guys, glad to see you back on the show, Jake. I hope you're alright, but didn't really see Raw. All I saw was the Bray and Matt match, and as I was watching it I got pissed. It's such a waste in WWE. He should have stayed on the indies. Imagine the gold #balls.
Yeah, that really would have made quite the difference. I mean, he just looks miserable, like a shell of his former self. But thank you, Broken Lion.
What's up, Broken Lion?
I haven't really been watching WWE a lot, but the women isn't over enough to get their own PPV. Only two I've seen get a reaction was Ronda and Alexa. Like I said, I don't really watch every week, so I could be wrong. By the way, the Sasha and Bailey stuff is dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm game with an all women's pay-per-view, but they can't even book the women every week. It's awful. Why are they getting a pay-per-view? They can't even book anything.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Hey guys, Jake, looking good, my friend and brother in daily pain. A Raw ratings killer returned tonight. Love and Hip Hop's new season began, and they always Crush Raw and Raw's ratings drop when it's on.
Yeah.
Look IT up. Rating gonna drop major if IT began at 9 p.m.
I am gonna look that up. Haskell 420. What's up, Haskell? Yeah, I've seen for years just Love and Hip Hop crushing everything. I don't know what that god awful show is, but like apparently it just kills everything in the ratings. I don't know why, but it does. But that's sad for everybody else, I guess.
Impact Wrestling Slammiversary way better than Raw.
Oh my god, dude. Of course, dude, anything is better than Raw. Dude, your local indie show is probably better. That's not a joke. It's awful that we have to say that.
Pour me a beer.
It is. It's
your
terrible,
local indie show is probably better. Up the Raw 1916. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you guys want to sub, make sure you hit the sub down below. Let's have a subscription party. We'll watch more of Ryback meat hooking that big fat lady into the pool, and as she transforms from Ryback's fat loss supplement. You can go check it out on Ryback's channel. It's pretty cool. You made
ShiBUM
something out of it.
The fact they put the MITB briefcase on the line to include the storyline of Braun's anger makes me think Braun will lose his temper and cost himself the briefcase.
Oh, God.
Why mention all of this anger stuff if it's not a possibility?
Yeah, that's a good point. Joe Cronin's cock must win. I hope that does not happen. That would be a nightmare for me, dude. I would have a freak out. Joe Cronin's cock must win. Thank you for the $5. Becoming a $5 shit bum. Yo, what's up to this caller? Who's this? Who is this?
Think Braun will lose his temper.
Oh, God. Some dumb
What's going on, caller?
Some dumb fuck who called to listen to the show. Let's take another call. Let's see what happens. We're taking calls. 339-226-6610. 513, what's up?
Yo, this is William Ritchie in Cincinnati. What's up, Joe?
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, so I gotta tell you about this. First of all, I'm a pop my donation cherry last week on Monetize This.
Oh, thanks, man.
Been watching you for about 2 years now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, man, thank you for that. Maybe the Bengals will do better this year.
Dude, I lost hope in the Bengals ever since that playoff game they lost to the Steelers where they beat themselves. Fuck them. I'm done.
Hey,
but anyways,
you ain't the Browns. You ain't the Browns. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close, but...
Yeah, I gotta tell you, so they've been at least 3 or 4 major radio stations in Cincinnati have been giving away free tickets to this show for like the past 2 weeks. Or actually the past week.
Yeah.
I just started hearing about it. But they were just giving away free tickets to this show for one.
You know why? I know why. Well,
because nobody fucking wants to go. But.
Well, number one, the last time they were in Cincinnati, the crowd was kind of dead, and number two is, if I remember, this was one of the shows where there was giant patches of empty seats, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So they were really...
I was at that.
Were you there? Do you remember?
Where, yeah, Dean Ambrose went on against the Authority. It was Joey, what's his face? Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble. We were chanting for Ambrose the whole time. I was at that show. We were chanting for Ambrose the whole time.
We heard you. I heard you on TV. You guys chanted for Ambrose all night. I heard that. That's funny, especially in the main event.
It's too good.
And they threw Triple H out there as the first thing, and we were chanting Ambrose before that. And then they're just like, "Oh, we'll put you in this handicap match with the Authority." That was just bullshit. I don't know. But yeah, the whole left side of I was somewhere in the middle. The whole left side was empty. There was nobody there.
Wait a minute, that's crazy. Wait, tonight?
No, last time.
Oh, the last time.
It was
Okay,
about 3 years ago.
I remember groups of people in Cincinnati sending me photos and being like, "Look at this," and it was much quieter. I will say that the crowd was louder tonight, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I honestly... So the thing was is that on the radio, they were advertising an 8-man tag match for the main event. They've been saying that for the past week. 8-man tag is going to be the main event. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to this show. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And plus, I highly doubt that Dean Ambrose was going to be there. But
yeah. Apparently he was backstage, but...
Yeah, but it was something totally different tonight. It's so crazy because, I heard it on every single radio station just saying, oh... check out the 8-man tag and Roman Reigns. And,
that was probably the dark match after Raw went off the air. Usually when they announce those for Raws or SmackDowns, they're dark matches, main events.
That may be what it is. But
that's usually what they do because, for ours recently, they had Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss or Nia Jax. and that was announced for 2 months going out, and it didn't happen off the air kind of idea.
It's almost guaranteed that that's what happened, man. It probably is what happened, or some mishmash like that.
Yes, I mean, to me that doesn't sound enticing at all. Like an 8-man tag for main event, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care.
Well, that was one of the issues we didn't even get to tonight. We started to address it, but you see Finn getting his ass kicked, and there comes Seth, and then of course you're counting down the time. Do you hear Kurt Angle come out? And it's like, of course it's going to be put into a tag match, and everybody's so tired of seeing that. Either start it as one or don't change it to it.
Dude, the 50-50 booking, the Sasha and Bailey, the women's pay-per-view announcement over and over again. I gotta tell you guys, we're gonna make this now a tag team match. Like, it was like, I hear oh my god, dude. The thing isn't until October 28th, and they told us about it tonight 19,000 times like it was happening tomorrow. Dude,
yeah, it was like the amount of times they had to replay it just made me sick. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys. Like, even then, like fucking the Braun Strowman shit was just awful. Like, they were just trying so hard to make him a face. Like, it's just sad how badly they're trying to make him a face. Like, that is, oh my god, it just made me sick.
Braun should be killing people. When he was like destroying stuff and doing those things, that was great. When he comes out and he's like, "Let me play a game with you. Close your eyes. Get these hands." Like, it's just like, this is retarded. Like, it's really little kid stuff. Like, they're turning him into fucking Kona Crush at this point. Like, with that stuff.
They're turning him into Big Show. They're turning him into another Big Show. That's what he's going to end up being.
A Big Show.
Sadly, that's the thing.
But Big Show didn't really get this corny until like the middle end of his career, right? I mean, like, this is like, they're getting close to Big Show in a baby diaper in the New Year's Eve again.
Yeah, but he started doing that like only a few years into it. It was like,
you want to get these
2003
hands?
or 4.
Sorry,
because they sent him back down to OVW, and then he came back like with a new, head of steam, and then it wasn't long after that he started doing those stupid gimmicks again.
Yeah,
where he was coming from parts unknown and dressing up like other wrestlers and stuff, and so.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I like Braun Strowman. I think he's great, but they should have kept him the monster. He's not really a fucking monster if he's gonna like. I don't know.
Do you know why he's toned down?
Shit was just trash.
He's probably toned down right now because the focus is back on Roman. So they're like, oh, well, you just go out there and you go get the money in the bank, whatever, Like, I mean, that it feels like they always neuter everyone else when it comes to starting to push Roman, or they give Roman a moment. They neuter everybody else. Richie, thanks for the call, man. Call back next time. I'll let you go. I'm up against the gun here. 254, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Not much. I just watched this piece of shit faggot fucking show.
Oh my god.
For the first time in a while, I just have to say, Bailey and Sasha, they are fucking atrocious. In terms of promos, they're fucking trash. I hope they both die.
Oh my god.
Fucking garbage.
They are terrible.
And Roman winning again. Honestly, what they should do with Roman?
What's that?
Have him pin Braun Strowman. When he fucking cashes in Money in the Bank, have him pin him. Have it be another failed cash-in.
Yeah, and have Roman
Just to
pin
fuck
Braun.
With the fans, do it.
Fuck with the fans, yeah, dude. See if they can get trash thrown in the ring.
Yep. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. What every fan should do at SummerSlam, just fucking walk out. Just walk out until there's like 1,000 people left in the building.
Can you imagine how funny it would be?
Just walk the fuck out.
That would be something.
Imagine seeing that.
Did that. Just everybody got up and left an empty arena for that.
Wow, yeah, that would be weird.
I wish that could be orchestrated. Like, as soon as the match is going to happen, everyone gets up and leaves.
In the 90s, we threw shit in the ring. In the 2018s, we just leave.
But you also, you hated the wrestler. You hated, what they were doing, but you didn't actually hate,
Well, because then the wrestler got heat, so you threw stuff.
Exactly.
But now
it was the character they were portraying. It wasn't them.
Now
Nowadays,
it's creative.
We get mad at creative. We get mad at the booking. We get mad at the storylines. It's not, like when Jericho came out and freaking, delivers these awesome promos, and you're like, ooh, you seething bastard! I can't wait to see you get your comeuppance and get your ass kicked, and you don't get that anymore.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm glad I'm not even a kid anymore. Because at least when I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was like a god. And I also love Shawn Michaels. And one of the reasons I loved Shawn Michaels when I was 6 and 7 years old and 8 years old was because of the way he wrestled. Because he was a heel, but I liked him. But a lot of why I liked him was when I was a kid, he just entertained me. I liked his little song. I liked how he would just fly around the ring and shit. And then I loved Hulk Hogan. But nowadays, I'm trying to think, if I was a kid right now, I mean, I think I'd like AJ. I think I'd like Seth. I don't know who else I would like if I was a kid.
If they kept with the demon thing, I think that would have really gotten over more with the kids too, because that was such a cool character.
Maybe I would have liked Roman. I don't know. I liked Bret Hart too during his run when there was no Bret and when there was no Hulk and there was only HBK as an Intercontinental Champion and Bret as the World Champion. I think I loved Bret during that like 2 year period, like 95 to 96. I really liked Bret, and then
were you big into Warrior?
I was for like a brief time as a kid, but even as a kid, he always was my number 2, like for a while, and then it was HBK and Warrior. But when he faced Hogan, I was furious because I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan. So when it was Hogan versus Warrior and Warrior won, dude, I was pissed. I couldn't believe that Hogan, and that was his first loss really at WrestleMania. So like, I was like losing it. I mean, I don't know. I was a mess, dude. I was so mad. But I had been a Warrior fan. But putting them against each other made me really choose a side. But I did mark out at WrestleMania 8 when he came back to help Hulk Hogan. So, yeah. And then I was really excited at WrestleMania 12 when he came back.
Yeah, that's true too. So, yeah, I wasn't huge with Warrior. Like, I liked him, but I wasn't faithful watching week to week back then. But I did watch, like I said, with my step grandfather and stuff. So when I did see it, I was never huge into Warrior. But
you even liked. It's weird. Even as a kid, you sort of like. Even as a kid, I remember kind of liking the bad guy a little bit. Like I loved Shawn Michaels, and I loved Ted DiBiase, and I loved Macho Man. So it was like Michaels, Macho Man, and Ted DiBiase. I really enjoyed them, and then Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. And, maybe there's like a couple other people after that. And I always enjoyed Mr. Perfect, too. He was always entertaining, even when he was a bad guy. But then after that, it was really like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. And then after that, it was Stone Cold, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. I mean, I always kind of liked The Undertaker, too. But The Undertaker got more exciting the more older it got. And he really hit like the peak at the Attitude Era because he was allowed to do all that crazy dark shit. So that's when
he really went above and beyond.
Yeah, that character went to a whole nother level by then. It was, it feels like another lifetime ago.
It does.
Before WrestleMania 13 and after, and then now. It feels like multiple lifetimes ago.
My mother and I were talking today before going to the hospital, and it was funny. She reminded me that we did go to a show when I was really young, probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah. It
was like 92, 93 around then, and my grandmother was the only one cheering for Roddy Piper, and she was getting screamed at by all the fans in the audience.
Wow.
Because, everybody was booing Piper big time. That's when he was in that real big heel stint.
Yeah.
And, the fans around here in New Haven were tearing him apart, and she was cheering for him, and everybody was yelling at her, and, but my family always kind of like rooted for the heels for stuff, and I like Jake the Snake because of his name. Oh, that's my name, but I got more into him. My mother liked the Undertaker, things like that. So the Hogans and things like that, I wasn't always behind like the superheroes. I liked the villains more, and but like you said, I still knew that Warrior was larger than life, and I knew that Hogan. Like today, I don't think the kids could have that same.
Dude, there was so much charisma, though. Like, you bring that up, there's so much charisma, because, I like Jake, too, and I loved Roddy Piper, too. I almost forgot, like, about them, like, being a kid and liking them so much. But Jake Roberts, like, all these guys had this charisma that you were, like, attracted to, even if you booed Jake Roberts at one point. You still were, like, attracted to him somehow, like, because of his just
there was an allure there.
And when you got older, then you really appreciated. Then you went back and were like, I love this guy. Maybe as a kid you might have booed him, but now you love this guy. And, dude, those guys, like, what they did on promos was amazing. Who the fuck are we going to remember right now for promos? Who? Like, who on the main roster right now are you going to go back and be like, wow, who's the Jake Roberts right now? Who is The Undertaker right now? Who is Shawn Michaels right now? I mean, that you could maybe answer like, Seth and AJ and stuff like that. They can wrestle. But who is the promo right now? Where are there promos? This is all robotic shit that we hear.
Yeah, no.
What's the
Seth,
promo?
He's okay on promos. I mean, he can be great at times, but he's just saying the same stuff.
By the way, we're almost at 57,000 subs.
Look at that.
Hit that sub button. We're going to hit 57,000 subs tonight, and I'm going to jack off. I mean, no. But no, go ahead. I'm sorry. And then we'll take a couple more donations and calls.
Yeah, that number is mind-blowing to think. You know, you think back 9,000, 10,000 and up. Long time. But
it's a slow
yeah,
growth.
no, there isn't that guy, that presence. I wish they did go all in with CM Punk and gave him the goddamn candy or ice cream bars and gave him the main event, you know.
He's the last guy, by the way. He's the answer. He's the last promo.
He was the last one that had the perfect package in my eyes. And I know people are, oh, that's a bandwagon thing to say, but it's not. I can't remember another star in recent 5-10 years that has the complete package. I love Daniel Bryan, but he's not great on the mic.
Right.
CM Punk could sell me freaking weight gaining pills as much as I need to lose it. You know what I mean? He could be like, you need to. He could sell me spiders and I'm afraid of them. That kind of stuff. Like he has a way with words that were so poetic and perfect.
I have an answer. I have an answer to this though, Jake. We are forgetting Paul Heyman and Samoa Joe are the answers, by the way. Who is the current good promo nowadays? It's Paul Heyman.
With the wrestling.
As far as character too,
being a character, Paul Heyman has that perfect character. But even he's gotten a bit redundant just because he's only working with one guy.
Right.
So you can only say so much about Brock Lesnar. But if he was representing an entire faction or brand, like if he was the GM, I think he would be better suited in those kind of roles.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He would make a great pseudo Vince in a way. You know what I mean? Like, not a direct descendant of that character, but in its own, transcendence. It could be really, really something special.
Yeah, they could really have good. And by the way, I think they could have good chemistry with. If you had Stephanie in the situation she's in with Kurt, I think she could have good tension with Paul Heyman. By the way, based on their previous real life shit, they probably would never.
They did it one time on when they were GMs and stuff. So
right. Well, I don't remember that, but that's true. I'm sure they'd be great. They probably would never do it, but it's too bad because
the Miz is up there, right now.
Oh yes,
too.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so the Miz, I'd take. Well, see, and the thing about that though is, I agree with you that the Miz has been a good promo, great promo, but I'm talking that next level. Like the Miz can speak really well, and he's really good at that, and he's got a character. But he just, I'm talking about a character level that's like an 8, 9, or 10. And for me, The Miz is like a 7. Because as great as he is on the promo and on the mic, he's kind of like a middle of the road guy talking like that, so really good. Samoa Joe has kind of the MMA style, I'm going to break your neck and I'm going to choke you out. And that type of stuff, and I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to mold you into this. I'm going to roll you up into a little ball, and I'm going to throw you down the street and let a fucking truck run you over. He says things like that are kind of intimidating in MMA, and so I like that. But again, there's no what's behind that guy? What's up with this dude? Wow, he's got a really weird character, a really weird, way of talking. And the last person that I felt got me like that was CM Punk, because I just believed so much of what he was saying, and I don't exactly even know what his character was, but it just felt real. It felt authentic, and I gotta tell you, I don't know if I can tell you that actually. I was gonna say something about Ronda Rousey, but she's not there yet. I don't know, man. I don't know who this, Lesnar said some good things when he said that Cena was gonna piss down his leg and stuff like that. But where is that extra, that 8, 9, or 10, you're going to sell that character? Bray Wyatt for a little while felt like he was going down that road, that he would be something, and I would agree that he is that sort of character, but all his promos eventually just began to be the same thing, I'm gonna do something, and then it's gonna happen, and then it's he would lose, and it was just, he didn't even hit that mark. No,
he got there for a little bit. And then his ominous preaching became rambling. And the rambling became nonsensical. And then the nonsensical stuff became just redundant, and no one wanted to hear it anymore.
I would say also that Matt Hardy, when he was in Impact,
so good.
When Matt Hardy was in Impact and when Matt Hardy was on tour on the Independents, Matt Hardy was the new guy. Like, to me, I'm not even joking about this. Like, if you were to go down your list and you said, well, John Cena has a good promo, I like him, you know, The Rock, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Triple H, and then a couple other people, and you brought in Jake Roberts and CM Punk or whatever, to me, Matt Hardy had become that new character. His promo work with the stuff he was saying and his character were so massive that it was unbelievable. Like, CM Punk's character was like, like 6 out of 10. He doesn't really have a character, but he does. It's him, straight edge, and I'm for real. So, okay, character, 6 out of 10. Promo, 9 out of 10. So, sick guy, all rolled into one. The Miz character is like, I'm the Miz, I'm awesome. Like, okay,
yeah,
6 out of 10.
You know what I will say? I'm going to cut you off right there.
Yeah.
CM Punk's original character, okay, I'm straight edge society. It was like, that's 6 out of 10.
That was good.
Then, that was like you said.
When he did the straight edge
good,
society, I thought he looked sick when he was doing that. I like that.
Yeah, that was a little bit better than just a straight edge normal him. The society thing really brought things up a notch and showed his psychopathic tendencies, and he got to be really crazy. But when all that stopped and he was kind of doing like the stuff with AJ and being like the face champion at first, like it wasn't always working. And then all of a sudden, when he hit that heel stride, he brought it to a completely different level, and he portrayed this egotistical yet unnerving human being. He was relatable, but he was next level. He was just, there was something about him that was so awe-inspiring that you had to, he commanded your attention. He was another one like, like Vince, it just demanded to be heard. And there were so many times where he was able just to spin something, and you had to agree that he was right. Even if he was wrong, he made you feel like he was right. And I feel like that was part of his character. That was part of the magic that he had. That, he had a chip on his shoulder. And anybody else would just have a gripe. Oh, I lost a match. But he turned that into part of his character. That I'm never going to get what I'm owed, became his character.
Yeah. And the thing
I think
is
that improved overall.
But the thing about Punk is even Punk, right? Like, I know people love Punk, and I like Punk, but if Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock are like 9 out of 10 WWE superstars ever, maybe 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, just to leave room in case something crazy happens that we'll never see coming. Like, let's say Stone Cold's a 9.5 out of 10, and The Rock's a 9.5 out of 10. I put CM Punk at like an 8 or a 7.5. He never got to that, to me, like, the matches / what he did. I mean, it didn't come on that level yet of those guys at all. Like, he's an 8 out of 10 or he's a 7.5.
Problem was, think about, Summer of Punk and everything we got. He beats John Cena, gets the title, and then what happens? He faces Del Rio. Yeah. And then he faces Ryback, who's green as all hell. And then he faces, the Shield. And it's like, he never got those. Him and Jericho had a really great feud.
Was Ryback really green, though? Was Ryback green? Wait a minute. Was Ryback really green, though? I don't think he was green. He just...
Well, newer,
I just think... Well, yeah, I mean... I just think he kind of was like a big rock in there for a while.
Yeah, he wasn't really...
Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, because he was like a big rock lumbering around. I remember thinking like, oh my God, he's gonna kill him or something. And then Punk said that. Yeah, and then it happened in the podcast. You're like, oh shit, I thought he was getting killed.
Yeah, he looked and worked very.
What are you saying?
And
wait a second. Safe. Shut up, you fucking Jake. I'll put you in the hospital. Do you want me to put you in the fucking hospital again? Shell shock. Finish it, Joe. I will put you in a goddamn pit of spikes. Finish it.
All right, we're going to show the meat hook again in a minute.
Yeah, that was so classic. The freaking clothesline, the meat hook. But, yeah, I think that had Punk gotten his chance, he started to get some of it with Triple H, and then all of a sudden they interjected Nash in there, and that ruined it, and it became about Triple H and Nash, not about Punk anymore. He always got forced into the background, on the back burner. So
he always got pooped away, which is classic. It seemed like classic Triple H. Like he was, like they were trying to get the rub off his like fucking energy that was going on with Punk.
Yeah, they tried to steal his magic onto everybody else.
It was really weird. They sort of tried it with Bryan, it seemed like, too. Just weird how that shit happens. But yeah, let's show the meat hook again, baby. Let's show the meat hook, and then we got phone calls. The phone lines are jammed. Fucking phone lines are jammed.
Hey, stupid! Are you sick and tired of being overweight?
Dude, listen to him running up to her. Fucking clunk, 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 clunk. That's the funniest part.
You see the look on her face, too. Like, what did I sign up for?
Oh, man. But check it out, man. You got to give it up to Ryback. Shell Shock. It's available now. It's a great weight loss supplement. I've been hearing from a lot of weightlifters out there. One guy that gave me shit earlier, he was like, dude, you're a dickhead. That shit's been good for me. I'm like, well, I didn't say that shit didn't work. I just said the fucking commercial's hilarious.
Yeah, the commercial is just so outlandish.
I'll even plug his channel. I plugged the Shell Shock product, the weight loss product. I'm sure, give it a try, man. Go hit up Ryback. He'll talk to you about it. Feed Me More. It's his YouTube channel. He's got a podcast. It's unbelievable. Go check it out, man. He's got a lot of good shit. Doesn't even need WWE. The shit sells so much, he don't even need WWE. It's fucking pretty amazing.
No, he's doing well on his own.
Feed it to me, Joe. Seriously? Feed me your cock.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's play a donation,
and then we'll get back into the roll of things. And shout out to David Milligan out in the UK. Thank you for all the well wishes as well, and tuning in. He's been a long-time listener overseas. So
thanks, David, man. Shout out to everybody all over the world. Yeah, it's amazing that I'm like surreal that you're here.
Jake's here. I guess we gotta call M. DeMarco. G.O.D. Love you, Jake.
God of Hair. Jake's here. I guess we got to call him DeMarco God. Thanks, God of Hair. You got that
hair down there that I love to stare at in your underwear where your belly fat covers your head.
God of Hair, thank you for the $5. Becoming a $5 shit bum. Yeah, we'll take a couple more, man. We'll let these things roll, and we'll hear what you guys have to say, and then we'll take phone calls again. Goddamn Ryback's new supplement, man. It's Ryback. My voice is so fucked up, dude.
Put your hands in the air. If Raw gave you AIDS, put your hands in the air. If Raw gave you AIDS, I'm not afraid to say. Raw gave me AIDS, fuck Raw. Raw gave me AIDS, fuck Raw.
Braun defeats Owens, but Owens sabotages Braun's cash-in.
Oh, man. Braun, that could be something. Abel Salas Jr. to continue their feud, I guess. Man, I'll tell you, if Braun doesn't cash in and win, I will be really surprised. That will surprise me. Abel Salas Jr. Thank you, Abel Salas Jr. Longtime friend, man. Abel, I bow to you, Abel Salas Jr. And shout out to Tyler Floyd, who's the largest donation of the night. Abel, I'll be shocked, man, because that place, I think, will erupt when if Braun Strowman cashes in. Like, if you hear the Braun, like, he comes out there and, like, Roman wins. See, I would ideally want Roman to flip heel, win the belt, and then Braun maybe cash in, you know? I don't know. Sing, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Sing Expert. Appreciate that.
Super Chat Party.
Mav IMG. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He didn't say anything, but Mav, I appreciate you tipping the show, man. You keep me doing these shows. You fund us so that we can do this. We don't make any money on YouTube with the ads anymore, so I appreciate that. Somebody the other day is like, I see all the ads. I'm like, yeah, you see the little yellow dots, but the videos don't play. And then the guy was like, they did play for me. And I'm like, really? Because I made 80 cents on the video. Like, so the thing is, like, sometimes, like, 300 people won't see any ads. But then 2 people will see like 7 ads, and they'll be like, "There's tons of ads," but no,
Super chat.
It sucks.
Super chat.
And they'll come
Tommy's
in, but
corpse,
you won't get any
Tommy's
of the revenue.
corpse.
It'll go straight to YouTube.
Well, basically, I'll get like a.
That's what people are being demonetized, but it's going to YouTube.
That's ridiculous. I don't even know who just donated. I missed it now, but if you see 11.
Shit bum.
Hey Joe, are you coming to Mania next year in NYC?
Yes.
I'm craving a 3-way with Daddy JD, myself, and you. Later, goons.
I'm not going anywhere near him. He'll probably fucking put a restraining order on me or something. JD's Pussycat, thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum.
It was ADTR that donated as well.
Oh, ADTR. What's up, ADTR?
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, I can't hear the donations anymore. I didn't know it popped up.
Really?
Yeah, it stopped.
Oh, Christ. All right, let me try to fix it, see if I can kick him in again. That's whacked out. JD's Pussycat, thank you, man. Yeah, we'll hang out, man. We'll have a fun time. Be crazy.
Give me a hell yeah!
If you guys ever have trouble sleeping, turn on Raw LOL, and in a month Sasha and Bally will be full-blown lesbians. Just watch.
It's not a joke, man. Broken Lion, thanks for the 316. Raw has been legitimately putting me to sleep. Like, I struggled tonight to not pass out, and that's not a joke anymore. It used to be kind of like a thing like, yeah, it made me sleepy, or yeah, Raw makes you tired. But it's not a joke anymore. Like, legitimately pass out now.
Belly, you cunt!
Trying to trigger donations for Jake.
Super chat. Enzo was good on the mic, but he wasn't Jake.
Yeah, it's a good point. Enzo was really good on the mic, too. And he had a bit of character. Yeah, he could have been somebody that maybe lasted at some point, but...
Super chat party!
Glad to see you're doing, Jake. Thanks for taking my call, Joe. Raw is turds. Bring back Ambrose, damn it.
Yeah, a lot of people want Ambrose back. William Ritchie, thank you for the $5 donation, William. Appreciate that, man. All right, well, I guess the donations, or the sound just went away. William, thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate that shit, William. The super chat party's happening. Let me unmute the Skype calls, and I got a couple people on hold, but let me go to Eddie first. Eddie, let me put the 585. Hang on one second. Eddie, what's up, bro?
Hello, my name is Edsview.
Oh shit, it's Edsview. I didn't even know it was you.
It's Edsview.
What's up, bro?
Holy shit, how are you doing, man?
What's going on?
I'm doing fine, but damn, Raw was fucking. Oh my god. Bad, bro.
Hey Ed, this is what I wanted to ask you. What is it like? What is it like in Japan with like how old are you, by the way?
21.
What is it like out there with the younger, like the kids and the teenagers? Does anybody know or really care about WWE out there?
Not really, I guess, but well, at least New Japan is getting bigger and bigger again, but like as of WWE, not really, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a few people might if you hear someone be like, "Oh, Roman Reigns" or something, you'd be like, "Oh shit, like you know WWE, that's cool." Like that's how it's like.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, it's like, kinda like I don't know, like
I guess.
Except for they probably don't talk like that. They got the cool Japanese. But I want to come out there, man. I really like Japan. Like it's one of the other than Australia, I'd probably go to Japan, man, and just live in one of those pods.
Oh yeah, but anyways, like, what do you think about Elias getting cut off like
all night,
constantly? Yeah, all night. Like that was just goofy. I don't know what that was.
I think they just wanted to plug the album so they could say it's trending #1 on iTunes. So the point was he keeps repeating that. So you go, oh, I want to go buy it on iTunes. So that was the method behind that.
Okay, but like next.
Yeah, this
week,
way they could just
like
reintroduce him multiple times.
Yeah, like he has a documentary or something.
What about recording the album?
Yeah. Was that it?
When is that? Where is that going to air? I don't like. Did they say that? I missed it.
I think it was on the network.
Oh, it's already on there?
Oh, that's cool if that's the case. I didn't hear about it, but...
Yeah, I mean, and I think that, he'll probably do something where he's going to have a concert soon. Maybe they'll use The Rock. Maybe they won't. Maybe he'll end up hitting somebody with a guitar. It'll lead to a feud. You don't like I don't like the music thing. So I think that's all they're doing. They just used him as to get him on the TV. So I can appreciate that they got him out there to be on TV. And obviously they wanted to sell the CD so they could say it's #1. I wonder if it is going to hit #1. I don't know what's going on right now, but
I hope so.
It was 4. It went from 16th to 4th.
I like music. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's all right. I'll buy it. I might check it out. It's funny.
It is, yeah.
It's like Jeff Jarrett all over again, man. Or like Terry Funk's Japanese album. Speaking of you ever hear that?
Oh yeah, where's Jesse, by the way?
Yeah, he had to go. Jesse? He was in pain, man.
He started hurting.
He's a mess, man.
Poor guy. He was doing the first day with a neck brace, and
with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot more broken than that. I mean, Jesus. The guy was telling me earlier, he's just like, man, I can't even deal with life anymore. He's in that type of pain.
Oh shit, really? Damn.
Yeah, he's in like torturous. Like it's not. He's like really in torturous type of pain. So it's like.
Yeah, he's really in a rough spot, and I get it. You get to that point where your way of life is you keep thinking, if I hurt this bad now, how am I going to feel in a year, 5 years, 10 years? What's the point?
Well, he's at the point that me and him used to talk about years ago, where he'd be like, at some point, I feel like I won't even be able to do this, and he's at that point now where like, normally you get to that point when you're 70 or 80, you're like, maybe I could just die right now because like I'm so sick. He's there now, like where he just wants to. He's like, whatever. So it's just crazy to think that someone's going like it's hard to think about. Like I have to not think about it because it bothers me. But Ed, I'll let you go, man. But it's good to hear from you, dude. I just wanted your perspective. I wonder in other countries what it's like. Here, it's the same way. It's like same way I think here. It's kind of like, whatever. A couple people might talk about it, but most people don't.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah.
All right, bro. Anything else you want to say? You're expect the rant line this Friday from you?
Another epic one.
I guess so. Yeah, I'm thinking about one, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
You got something cooking, something brewing.
Ed's like, I'm gonna make two dogs make love on camera,
and then I'm gonna drip cum from my mouth again.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, dude, that was funny. Oh my god, that was at the very end too. So it was like, oh, I gotta find that. I was supposed to clip that because it was so funny, and I don't know what I did.
Oh yeah, flip it, please.
Yeah.
Make it into a donation for fuck's sake. I don't know.
I should have done that, yeah.
Yeah, let's call the police. But anyways, yeah, thanks for taking my call, bro.
All right, Ed. I'll see you later, man.
Yeah, see ya.
Ed can't be his real name, right?
I don't know.
Well, I should ask him that.
We should. Get a little inquisitive.
Yeah. 585, what's up?
Joe Cronin, what is going on? I'm the Fat from KevinScampoli.com. I got a question for you. If you got
What's that?
If you got a second.
What's that?
When are you fighting Kevin? And how's Leah doing?
She's okay. Her neck's okay.
Is she still mad? Is she going to move soon so you guys can fight? Are you guys moving? Can she take care of the kids? That's what
that's what we have to do. We have to get the insurance money ready. So if I die, like the kids are raised correctly. I'm in the process of moving houses.
Well, also, I was thinking that'll main event the show, but I want to fight Seanzviews Entertainment. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I think I'm trained. I think we could fly out tomorrow.
Well, you want to fight me? You swear to God, you want to fight the Seanzviews Entertainment? What, you want to bring it on? You want to fight? You have never gotten in the ring with a guy like me, a guy like thee, a guy who could be the most incredible man he could ever be. Seanzviews E
might come back too.
Damn it. Yeah, I don't know what
that's two matches for an epic,
Yeah,
card.
well, Ken's gonna fight. Yeah, we really set this up here. I mean, Ken's gonna fucking fight Scott, right? And Scott apparently is like sending Ken pictures of his house on Google Maps. So they're like, they really want to have Ken wants to kill this guy. So Ken's gonna fight Scott. I can fight Kevin. People want me to fight JD, but he'll run away, so that's not going to happen.
And
I'll take on Justin Bailey just for good measure.
Dude, JD would run away.
JD saying that him and Kevin are from the same cloth. They're not. JD is a pussy. Kevin fights. I'm sorry if I'm allowed to swear in the show. I apologize.
Pussy, fuck, cunt. No, you can say it. No, but no, JD. No. Kevin won't run away. I know that. JD would run away, though. JD would run away.
Fuck JD. Biggest pussy in the fucking industry.
From New York.
That's what I got to say about that.
He had funny videos when he was making fun of Seanzviews Entertainment, but he has these long videos, and you can't sit there.
Well, Kevin has long videos. We all have. Come on, we all have long videos.
But he's live. No, but you're live too. You don't understand. JD does these long videos about how he hates Roman Reigns. We all hate Roman Reigns, so we're not all talking about it. But Joe, this is my first call ever. I don't want to keep you up all night. I'm just waiting for this Kevin Scampoli fight. This was beautiful. And you should join the pizza club at KevinScampoli.com.
Well, I did join. I joined it. I did join it, like 2 years ago.
You should join the big kibosh, the $25 one.
Oh yeah.
You get free T-shirts and you get the artwork from JT.
I want Kevin's cum stain in like a bottle. If I can get that, I'll sign up immediately. I'll tell you that. I will. I swear to God, I'll sign. If you give me his cum, I'll sign up. You give me his cum, I'll sign up for it. Jesus Christ. Jake, you okay?
Yeah.
How's your throat doing?
It's sore, but I'm good.
Yeah, dude, Scott, I'm telling you, if we book it right, if it can be me and Kevin, it can be Scott and Ken, that's two, and that guy, whoever that is, and Seanzview up against each other.
Yep.
And JD
I'll take
versus
on Bailey just for good measure.
I want to take on JD in a Suck LaBar's asshole match to see who
He's got you beat there.
I will lose. That's the only way. Like, someone was like, "Oh, who could win?" That would be the only way JD would win the fight, is if it was a special match, Justin LaBar suck his ass match. Then JD would win. That'd be crazy. Imagine JD beating me in that. Him just sucking on fucking LaBar's asshole. Can you imagine just gobbling fucking LaBar's ass and just JD just going to town just to get as much as he could, just fucking. Do I have it all yet? Where's this fucking?
Did I swallow it all?
Did I get it all? And he's just got the brown shit all over his face and all around his lips. Just fucking, just wondering what it all dripping out of there. Look at that. Imagine sucking this man's ass for about 3 years straight for a job or a connection or something, and it finally pays off because he calls you to Pittsburgh to have him sit next to you with the road dog and everything. But meanwhile I did the same thing, but like 6 times. But I did it on my own. You know what I mean? I got called instead of having to smell this guy's ass crack for about 3 miles up the road for 3 years to finally get somewhere. What a sick fuck. And there's another fucking bald motherfucker. Was everybody a bald baby fucker in this community? What the hell's going on, Jake? I'm going to talk more about this whole situation on Patreon tomorrow on Patreon, so look for that. That'll be fucking fun. But anyway...
Everybody else is balding. I need a haircut.
Yeah, you're doing all right. That's doing okay, man.
I got too much hair. I got to lose all this shit.
You got like I got 3 different guys I got to fight because they attacked Leah. I mean, I got like, what the fuck am I going to do? What am I going to fight everybody? You got fucking... Goddamn, what's-his-face called the other night to try to say sorry to Leah, but it's like, I gotta fight that guy, I gotta fight bald baby fucker, right. I gotta fight this other dude. I mean, there's like 3 different dudes that want to fight me, and they all use Leah to get to me. It's the weird... Like, what is going on in this fucking world at this point? What is happening?
Everybody's losing their goddamn
like,
mind.
I know how I'll get to Joe. I'm gonna threaten breaking his neck or something.
Hey, it works.
Damn. Well, anyway. Oh my God! Look what they made Bobby Lashley tweet out. Oh my
I was
God!
gonna bring that up.
Oh my God, dude!
Anything to put Roman over. Josh Lyons sent us to that at Real American 217 on Twitter. He went ahead and brought this to our attention, and what a cuck move to say this. So there's not going to be a triple threat if this is the case. He totally backed down. I said it in the beginning of the review too. When he shook his hand and he went ahead, it was all to put Roman over. Roman beat me, but now Roman's the better man, and he's going to go ahead and take on Brock. That's what their whole plan was. They used Bobby Lashley to put Roman over. They let Bobby Lashley get the win so that when Roman beat him, he had something to overcome. If Roman just beat him, then everybody would have said, oh my God, they buried Bobby Lashley. So Bobby gets to win one match, and then Roman gets to get his rematch and wins. And this time it actually matters, because the first time it's just for bragging rights. It doesn't mean shit. They canceled the #1 contender match so that Roman could lose and it wouldn't affect SummerSlam. They canceled the #1 contendership so that Roman could lose and it wouldn't affect SummerSlam.
That's true.
And then they go ahead and they reschedule it a week after. Same main event, same predicament, everything. And they only did it so that Roman could be handed on a silver platter to Brock, and what for what? The same fight and feud that we've had going on for years. And if he does finally win the belt at SummerSlam, then all they did was waste 1.5 years of our time.
I just can't believe this is that he tweeted that. I must say,
a true warrior.
Roman's a true warrior.
I came up short tonight. I will be back stronger and hungrier than ever. I'm not done. A setback is only a setup for a comeback. Well, the only comeback you're getting is if you scrape it off Vince's teeth. I mean, you are fucked at this point. Roman is getting sucked and swallowed every which way from Tuesday.
Dude, really, I just can't. I can't even deal with this shit at this point. I gotta play a donation. Let me see if this works.
Just finished Raw. Just imagine if Roman wins at SummerSlam, then they go to backstage and evil Mr. McMahon is laughing and yelling, "My plan is complete and it's all been a swerve for a Roman." Heel turn.
Roman heel turn would be good. I mean, I'm telling you, they should have done it like 900 times already. It's getting old, Rodzilla. Rod, thank you for that donation, man. But they got to do one, man. They got to do one soon. Hey, Double X Frog Kid Double X, thank you for subscribing to me on Twitch and supporting me on my gaming Twitch channel. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. About 40 subscribers on Twitch. That's not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, let's get to 80, man. Everybody go sub on Twitch. And if you got Amazon Prime, it's free for you guys to sub to one person. So I will get paid and it costs you nothing. So if you're Amazon Prime, feel free to go over to twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS and subscribe. Go ahead. That'll help me out. Do more of those games.
Joe, I was coming to Boston, but as soon as I was leaving my cage, Jake came back and told me, "Bitch, you ain't going nowhere until you finish your job," and he said he also got complaints.
Oh, God.
About how I don't gobble his customers' cocks enough. Then Jake beat me.
Oh. Well, I don't blame... you have to gobble. What kind of sex slave are you if you don't gobble? You need to go all in and gobble, bro. You need to learn how to gobble it all the way up. Jake knows that. Edsview, drop some yen.
Thanks for taking my call, Joe.
Hey, Ed, man. Thank you for donating 240 yen. Thank you for calling, man. I love talking to you, Ed. I love them. Sorry I hit you with all the Japan shit, but it's curious over here, man. It's not like... I wonder what it's like over there. But basically, this sounds like it's the same deal as here, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm sure New Japan is a little bit bigger as far as that goes. Hey, we're almost at 57,000 subscribers. Fuck you, Keemstar. Where are you tonight, huh? Keemstar is too afraid to come on the show.
Super chat. Roman is suinoaying.
Annoying. Oh my God, I get it. David Tapkin, thank you very much, man.
Kill myself! Super chat.
FJD that F and CU asterisk. He me too my neighbor's cat.
Oh, he me too'd your neighbor's... Oh, Christ. Finn Balor forever, thank you. Thank you, Finn Balor forever. That's very concerning news. Perhaps you should let the local authorities know about that. 309, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Joe? I was overhearing Tommy earlier talking about, Roman Reigns next John Cena.
Right.
And just a question, how familiar are you with John Cena's earliest run, when he first debuted and eventually became the super over babyface?
So when Cena went from the ruthless aggression and slapped angle or whatever it was, that was right after that is right around then is when I stopped watching for off and on for about 2 years. That was the longest point I went without watching throughout those 2 years. But I'm fairly familiar, that the crowd loved him. He was dropping those rap things he was doing. And then when he spun out right around, I came back a few months, months before WrestleMania 22. So around WrestleMania 22 is when I really came back to watching again after WrestleMania 19. So, although I did, but let me know, what's the point?
Yeah, so I was 10 when he first debuted, and I had just started getting into wrestling. So John Cena, when he first came in, he was kind of whatever. He literally looked like a default wrestler, off of a WWE video game with his stupid red tights and stuff. But
yeah, they were just he's from Boston. He's got green tights on. They were making him look like a Celtic.
Yeah, and then they kind of repackaged him. I forget what the tag team partner that he had for a little bit there. He started rapping, and I don't know if you're familiar with how he came up with the whole rap gimmick, but just someone on the bus randomly heard him freestyling one day, and someone in creative was like, all right, we're going to have you do that. And so at first it wasn't that great because he kind of had this dorky tag team partner who wasn't very good. Once again, I don't really remember.
Wait a minute, you talking about what's his name in OVW? His OVW tag partner?
No. He had one on the main roster. So after he came out as Ruthless Aggression guy, eventually he became this rap dude that wore these fuzzy looking hats for probably a good 6 months.
Because he was tag team partners. We had him on the show. Rico, the guy with the sideburns, Rico. We had him on the show a while back. He was tag team partners with John Cena, but that was an OVW. So I don't know if it carried over.
Yeah, I don't think it was Rico.
No,
I forget what the guy's name was. But anyway, they did that for 6 months. Still, it wasn't doing much. So then they just full on just let him go as a singles competitor heel. And, the crowd ate it up. And that's when he started kind of doing I'm going to go into the ring and start doing these raps and everything. And, dissing guys left and right. But eventually, as a kid, I first hated him because he was getting paired up into feuds with Eddie Guerrero and The Undertaker, which obviously were the baby faces at the time. And as a young kid, I'm like, yeah, go those guys. But eventually I'm like, you know what? I got a little bit older. I'm like, these raps are kind of funny. I kind of get what this guy, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of innuendo and stuff like that. So that made a big difference.
Yeah, and then the way they turned him face was, Paul Heyman, that was when Paul Heyman was still with SmackDown, and they're getting ready for Survivor Series, and John Cena just pulled off a huge win over Rey Mysterio, who was super over at the time. And as he's celebrating, all of a sudden Paul Heyman comes out with Brock Lesnar, Big Show, and a bunch of big dudes, and hey, we want you for our team for the Survivor Series team. And John Cena's still a heel at this point, so it's well, obviously. And then, John Cena just kind of says, you know what, fuck you. I'm not joining your team. And so, Paul Heyman and all of them attack him. And I think, the next week, I think it was Eddie Guerrero, it might have been Team Angle versus Team Lesnar or something like that. They finally announced, John Cena's on our team. So that was his face turn. And so from there, he wasn't given WWE title shots left and right like Roman Reigns is. I guess that's what I'm kind of trying to draw a parallel to that they're doing wrong with Roman.
Yeah.
And so eventually he did get one WWE title shot, but it was in a triple threat. He was actually the guy that got pinned in the match. So, he was kind of obviously the one that they thought less of at that time. So then eventually they put him on the USA title scene. And I remember, the Big Show feud was really short. I think they did it 2 weeks prior to WrestleMania. They set up his match against Big Show, but I remember watching that WrestleMania, and it wasn't really much of a match, but as a little kid who liked John Cena, it was incredible watching him just lift up the Big Show, and from there he did make the U.S. title worth something. But I guess what I'm saying more than anything is the problem with Roman Reigns is he comes in with the Shield, super cool right away, he's super over right away, but after they separated, they just pushed this guy to the moon, and there's no struggle, I guess. And you talk a lot of the times about Roman Reigns is just given this crutch left and right. And I don't think as a kid I ever saw John Cena with that crutch. And I think that struggle, it allowed for fans to organically start to like this guy. He was a heel when people started liking this guy.
He worked his way into the top of the company, and then eventually it just got stale.
No one has ever been pushed ever like this. It's insane. And let me tell you something else. If you want to see the closest comparison, it's not even close because they only pushed him really for a year. But the closest comparison to this is Diesel, because they were they just pushed Diesel. They made there's tons of shoot videos. Bruce Pritchard is unveiled at all as far as Diesel. Vince was this is the guy. Sean is just whatever. He's never gonna be a face. This is the guy, Diesel. And they went crazy pushing Diesel, and it just didn't quite work. The kids liked
them,
the women
Luger as well.
Yeah, Lex Luger was another one that didn't work. And the thing is,
Lex Express.
They put all this into these guys. But if it didn't work out, within 6 months to a year, they bailed on them. But with Roman, it's almost just enough people like him that they won't turn the bus around. It feels like it's got to be that, or they're completely blind. But it's got to be that.
I know he's a nice guy, and he's got a good work ethic, and he's got people favoring him in the back. So, like you said, it's just maybe he hasn't rubbed a lot of the people in the back the wrong way yet. But even then, when he got the suspension and stuff like that, he still came out shining.
But it's like you said, he's just kind of been given everything in a way. It's not that he's been given everything; it's just the way that they've presented him. Because whenever you say that, they go, this guy shows up every day and works as harder than anyone. And I'm I totally agree with that. But in the fans' eyes, that's not the perspective. That's not what we're seeing. Like you said, Cena became organic the same way when I was a Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels fan. When Stone Cold first started being Stone Cold, or before that even happened, I didn't like Stone Cold. I said, this guy's an asshole. He's beating up Gorilla Monsoon. He's just a shithead. And I was still cheering for Bret Hart. But by the King of the Ring, it was the King of the Ring promo where I flipped and was like, damn, that was a badass performance. And then the promo, I was like, this guy's crazy. And I started liking Stone Cold right then at the King of the Ring. That was when it changed for me. So, like, you liking Cena all of a sudden after kind of not liking him, same thing with Stone Cold happened. And then what? It took Stone Cold like another year or something, or like 8 months, I don't remember what it was, to win the IC belt from Owens. And then he got hurt. And then he eventually got to WrestleMania 14, and it felt like he had to go through this big sort of travel to get to that point, where, again, with Roman, he was kind of given the belt early, kind of like how Bret Hart was, and everybody kind of forgot that Bret Hart was given the belt before WrestleMania 10. There's still people that think Bret won the title for the first time at Mania 10, but it's like, no, he had it at Mania 9, he had won it before that, and it's just like, it's the same thing, it kind of took away from it. But I don't know, you're on. I mean, Roman should go full-on heel, be insane heel, and once the people start liking him again, flip him back, and then you're fine. That's the answer.
I think I just think like the interesting take would be, like we say a million times, he should go heel, but I almost think creative should give him some leeway with how he goes heel, because like I said with Cena, someone just randomly saw him, freestyle rapping on a bus, like when they were traveling somewhere, and they're like, you're pretty good at this. Cena likes rap, and so he came out with the whole album and everything. Why not let Roman try to figure out what is his niche? The Rock, when he turned heel, he kind of finally figured out, his thing. And then that gimmick finally got over, and so they turned him.
It's clear
Why
as
not
day.
let Roman figure out what gimmick? I feel like he's so fake every time he goes into the ring. It's obviously not him at all that he's speaking for.
He should just attack the fans, as far as I'm concerned. He should just be like, see this Rolex? I got one. You don't. That's why you're mad. That's why you go on social media and you cry about Roman. Oh, Roman don't deserve this. Roman don't deserve that. Well, last night, Brock Lesnar got a spear and the big dog's the champ, and you can cry about it all you want, but that's all he needs to say is that sort of stuff. He doesn't need to have all these other things, because I don't think he's going to ever have that. He doesn't have that character. He's just got this big dog.
How do you think
Go look up Diesel. Have you ever watched...
How does he transition back to a face then?
I don't know.
I guess as a character like that, I guess that would be pretty hard for people to finally get over for cheering for a guy that's just constantly bashing people. I don't know.
Dude,
because if the end goal is to get him to become an overface, then I don't know.
All he has to say when he comes back to being it doesn't matter, dude. Some of the craziest people have come back from being a heel. But all he has to do when he comes back, all he's got to do is say, listen, I got angry that people weren't accepting me. And I realize now the reason why they weren't accepting me is because I wasn't doing the right things and blah, blah, blah. And I got mad, and I started taking my frustration on the fans, and that's why I didn't do so well at that time. I've cleared my head now. I've made peace with these people and myself, and I'm blah, blah, blah. It's just that's all you got to do. But take a look at this, man. This is Diesel. It's the same thing. Dude, the guy that reminds me of Roman Reigns the most is fucking Diesel. And by the way, this was the downtime in WWE in 1995 when things weren't going so well. And I was a kid, even as a 10-year-old and 11-year-old, I was like, wow, this is becoming, like, lame.
WrestleMania 11, April 2nd. Before the big show, you gotta know what's going on. Big Daddy Cool wants to find out all the World Wrestling Federation news. This Tuesday at the Harley-Davidson Cafe in New York City at 12 noon, high noon, Big Daddy Cool, who won his gold in New York, is going to find out all the scoops on WrestleMania. I'll be there.
That's your world champion. And that's that's even more corny than normal. Usually you'd be like, well, Big Daddy Cool's going to come out there, and man, Jack, when I hit him with the power bomb, it's going to be over, baby. Big Daddy Cool. And he'd slap the belt over his shoulder and he'd walk out there. And I was just like, this promo sucks. Like, this guy is just... So it's the same thing, like, I'm the big dog, and I'm going to go out there. And it's like, Roman is better than Diesel in most cases, although he does trip up more. But, I mean, it's basically the same thing. I always thought Kevin Nash in WCW was great compared to Diesel in WWE. It was just a mess, dude. His promos, to me, I hated that time. I enjoyed Shawn Michaels and, like, Razor at that time, I think, on the promo.
And I think, like, really the only time I've even enjoyed anything of Roman's promos was his face-offs with Cena about a year ago or so when they went into, I think it was No Mercy or something like that. Just because, I mean, we've talked about it before, that it just sounded way more real on his part. I don't know if you remember those face-offs that they had where they basically just were shooting on each other. Not that he needs to shoot all the time to be a good promo, but... Right. He actually had some character and some flair to what he was saying, and I didn't feel like I was listening to a robot in the ring whatsoever.
Yeah, it's true. And like when he comes out, it's good. Someone said play the WrestleMania 11 promo. Unfortunately, I just looked it up on YouTube and I can't find it, but it was hilarious. They were having audio trouble. On the network, it's not there. I believe they took it off on the network, by the way.
Yeah, I think they cut that.
Now, I have it on tape somewhere, so I do have this fucking thing. I have the original VHS tape, but Kevin Nash starts the promo, and like the cord is unplugged, so you can't hear him. So then they have to go plug it in. He had to stop and wait, and then they plug it in, and then Kevin Nash is like, "Tonight I've only got one goal," and he like didn't have a lot of intensity. It was weird. He was like, and I've only got one goal tonight. It's to retain to hang on to this belt. And I'll tell you something, Shawn Michaels, I'm coming tonight. And then he snapped into it. It was really weird. It's bizarre. If you can find the WrestleMania 11 promo for Kevin Nash, it's really funny. But they were having audio troubles all night, and I don't know if they had him say this, but the funniest moment of the night was after all the audio problems, like audio going dead, interviews having no audio, like Jerry Lawler goes, "Vince, you know something, Vince? It's weird. I wonder if, I've been pulling this cord all night. Like in and out. When I pull the cord out, like I can't hear anything." And then you hear Vince go, "Oh my goodness, Jerry the King Lawler wreaking havoc with our audio system all night." I can't help but wonder, did that really affect the broadcast, or was he just making a joke? But it's like, Vince, I've been wondering. I've been pulling this plug, and when I pull it out, I can't hear anything. And then when I pull it back in, everything.
You never know.
It's really funny. It's like I don't know if it's on the network still. But WrestleMania 11 from the beginning to the end is hilarious. Problem is, again, when I went to watch it, that promo is not, I believe it's not there, or it's edited. So, you don't even notice that part. And that really bothered me.
Right.
It was really, I have it on VHS. It's really funny.
But
fuck it. We'll do
anyway,
it.
I just wanted to bring that up, Joe. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time tonight.
All right, man.
Hey, you guys are doing a great job. Jake, glad to hear that you're doing well.
Thank you very much.
Anyway,
I appreciate
keep kicking ass, guys.
Thanks, man. That guy sounded like he was our age.
Hell yeah.
But he was 10.
A lot of knowledge. And
well, he's not that much.
Call.
Because when he called in Cena, started becoming Cena. When Cena became Cena, I was about 20. I was 20.
Yeah,
so he was 10.
17, 18. Yeah.
So he's 24 now, and I'm 34. Okay. But yeah, I mean, when that's why when people crap on stuff now, it's like, I don't know, dude. I've seen a lot of shit. My first memory is Macho Man versus Hogan, and Shawn Michaels getting thrown through a barbershop window. And my other earliest memory of wrestling is The Undertaker. Just seeing The Undertaker and Paul Bearer on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But of course, I went back, when I first started watching wrestling, I was 5, and it was WrestleMania 5, I think. So I went back and watched 1, 2, 3, and 4 and all the Survivor Series, and I watched them over and over. I'd beg my mom to rent them over and over again. I'd go back and be like, "Can we rent that wrestling video again?" And we would just I'd rent them all the time. We started ordering pay-per-views, and my mom would let me tape them. My parents would let me tape them. Every couple months, if they had one, I'd get to watch. And to see the WWE go from really overblown characters to really kind of more boring, sort of like WrestleMania 9 time, or WrestleMania 9, 10, and 11 time when things were down a little bit, into what it became in the Attitude Era, and then transition again to the Ruthless Aggression time, and then to transition a little bit more, and now to be where we are right now with this. This is absolutely, and it could be because I'm so jaded and older, but to me, this has got to be one of the worst times ever. It really does. That WrestleMania 11 time, to me, was bad, though. That was a bad time. I will tell you, probably the worst WrestleMania in history. I don't know. The top 5 worst WrestleMania in history, 11 is there.
11's got to be up there. It really.
Oh, God.
It was pretty bad.
Bob Backlund and Bret Hart was garbage, which was crazy. Bret Hart actually had a bad match. Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam was just a slugfest of paparazzi, and the match was weird. And LT, man, he was fucking popping them and just bouncing around all bizarre. I don't know. It was Shawn Michaels and Diesel was decent, which was weird. You'd think that wouldn't be that good, but Shawn made it something. You can hear the sound again, Jake?
Yeah, I can finally.
Let me play one of
WrestleMania 27 really stands out for me.
Wait, WrestleMania 27 was what?
Stands out for me as being really bad.
Yeah, that was bad. Was that The Miz?
And I'm donating.
Yeah, Miz and Cena.
That was a bad one too. I agree. broke down.
This is a prepared statement from the
Say last year, too.
We're happy to announce that Dave and Babs, better known as Grim and the other from Grimm's Toy Show, has joined us.
Ooh.
The official direct announcement is now posted on Grimm's channel.
Really? The Grand Illuminist. You've got Dave and Babs, better known as Grim, and other Grimm's Toy Show has joined you. Wow. The Grand Illuminist is grabbing everybody. By the way, shout out to Grim, man. What's up, Grim? Me and him were supposed to have our little blow-off in SummerSlam match, but it's going to have to wait till WrestleMania to go up there to New Jersey and kick Grim's ass again. I'd like to do it. I'm going to do it. Let me take a phone call real quick. We have so much going on right now. Oh, the guy hung up. Okay, let me play another donation. We got to get through these.
Super Chat Party.
Raw is AIDS, and unless WWE wants NY to burn down the Barclays Center, Braun has to cash in and become Universal Champion despite how ice cold he is.
Yeah, I agree. Much loser. Thank you for the $5. Yet, I just feel like everything is being mismanaged almost. Just everything. It's not, I don't want to complain about this. I hate to complain about this. I want the ratings to go up 2 points. I want 2 million more people to watch WWE, because then more of you are going to come here, more of you are going to donate, more of you are going to sub, more of you are going to listen. I'm going to have a bigger audience.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Bounce it off his head.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
WWE Raw sucked tonight. I get more excited from watching YouTube clips of old matches Raw. Then I do this bullshit on Raw now. It just makes me miss the Attitude Era of the WWF rip.
Yeah, the good news, Steven Dixon, is we can go back and watch, at least on the fucking network, man. Thank you for the $10 super chat. By the way, someone in the chat just said it was DX. Dr. X says, this is worse than 1995. The reason why I don't necessarily think it might be worse than 95 is only because we have NXT at least. And also, sometimes the wrestling is pretty damn good. But back in 1995, I don't know. It wasn't always the best wrestling compared to now. Although
the wrestling was very cartoony. A lot of the characters were still in that hokey, like, everything was a character at that point. There was no like real life believability. A lot of people had already fled the company, so the big names were gone. They were in that really heavy transition period. It was a huge identity crisis year for them. They didn't know if they were like straight for kids or trying to go for adults, so they were introducing and paying attention more to people like, your Bretts, your Seans. But then we were focused on, Doink the Clown and things like, characters like the Repo Man, ridiculous stuff like that. So,
by the way, I got to give a big shout out and basket bounce a ball head off the fucking camera. I got to give a big shout out to Steve Dixon. Fucking Steve Dixon. He just became a goddamn $10 patron. Thank you, Steve, for signing up on Patreon with the $10. If you become a $10 patron, you basically get almost everything. So pretty much everything. $5 almost gets you everything too. So it's pretty close there as well. So Steve, thanks for becoming a patron. Shout out to the one and only Dave, Bitch, Cynical, and Little Bex, and everybody else who became a patron or upped their patron pledge on Patreon. When you're on Patreon, you get a bunch of bonus stuff that nobody else gets to see. I do shows on there, podcasts. Here's a look at Patreon. You can use it on your phone. It's an app you can download, or you can use it on your desktop, tablet, wherever else. You just scroll down. There's my Raw special hangout before Raw. We all had a blast hanging out before Raw. That was fun. Just a little get-together. Took Skype calls with Coop the Comedian. Massachusetts, which is right around the corner from where I am. We had Coop the Comedian, Justin.
9-year-old that's just trying to troll the fuck out
of I'm sorry, just call me Luke, not Justin. Even Young Republican called. We had Gatekeeper Drew. Tons of people were on earlier. It was a lot of fun. There's our hangout. I asked questions for you guys to answer. My special video on Ryback's Meat Hook Clothesline. Of course, the page video. I alert you when I have YouTube videos, so you get the alert. Wrestling questions, you guys asked a ton. I answered a bunch, but I'm going to be answering more. Then, of course, we've got the free-to-play podcast, the gaming podcast, 3-hour podcast, guys. 3-hour audio podcast, corrupted podcast, 2 hours long. It's raunchy. It's mature. It's fucked up sometimes. We talk about real world shit. It's a weekly podcast as well. If you're a $5 patron, you get all of this. $2 and you get the Corrupted podcast. There's just a ton of bonus shit. Nobody, I don't think anybody in the YWC, I don't believe, does what I do. I do 29 hours. Right? Oh, no, I do 25 hours a week on YouTube. But if you add everything together, we are doing about 30 hours almost sometimes in content a week. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else. All these fuckheads on Twitter that want to talk shit and people that want to talk shit, nobody else does this many hours. And certainly no one does 8 hours a week on Patreon at a $5 tier. Nobody does this stuff. You know, and I'm not talking about gaming streams, sitting there for 8 hours and just playing a game or whatever. You know, tons of shit, man. I'm not talking about releasing content early for people, and that's the $5 patron. No, it's brand new material, different shows, different shit, and it's all up on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Plus, you guys make it possible for me to do these shows, especially for the people who can't afford to drop even $1. All the people that are out there that aren't able to pay for stuff. Patreon and donations live make this possible, so people can shit on that. Sometimes people give a shit about that. Oh, donations, but then they don't say anything about the gamers who make $2,000 in 20 minutes on Twitch. So this allows us to do this show and fund the show since YouTube don't pay shit in ads. And we have a blast, man. This is fucking fire right now. 328 patrons right now. It's fucking nuts, dude. We have more patrons than guys who have 100,000 subs. The Patreon community right now is fucking nuts. The Discord community is nuts. Twitter is blowing up, bro. People threatened to eat that guy's cock on Twitter earlier. At Real Cronin on Twitter. We're going to take more phone calls in a second. Let me play this goddamn donation. Bask your head off a bouncing ball.
Just sent you the vid when I dripped fake cum on MT.
Oh, God, AidZ, I can't wait to look at that. The bounce his head off a fucking parquet. You guys know
he has to add in fake cum, but we know.
You got to get super male vitality. Jake, have you ever had super male vitality?
I got that BDE.
Come on, man. I've been doing this since 2013. I'm not new to this game, baby. I was here before those guys. You can shout them out all you want in the chat. Text them to me all you want. You can talk shit about me all you want. I was here way before them. You can try to say that I copied. I didn't copy nobody. I've been doing this since 2013. My videos exist where you can prove it to yourself. Their videos don't exist. That's a fact. Go look it up. Prove it to yourself. Dorian Moore, what's up?
Look up his heel NXT promo.
I have seen it, Dorian Moore. We've actually played it on the show. Over the last 3 years, we've probably brought that video up multiple times where he's like, look at my watch and my limo's coming and he's got a big suit on. Yeah, I've seen it. Not that bad. Not that good. Not that bad. But if people hate his ass and he can say stuff like, you're just jealous, all the guys are jealous, all the women want me, the kids love me. Like, these guys have wives at home that want to leave them for me, and that's what the problem is. That's why you got a problem with the big dog. But the big dog gonna strike in a few minutes, and you're gonna have to deal with it. And then walk out there with the guys hating him. Just go for it. Go for it.
Gotta go all in.
I'm 38. I hardly watch Raw anymore.
Don't blame you.
I get updates from faggers like you, Joe. Great show.
Faggers. I forgot about that word. That's right. We created a new swear word. People will be like, what'd you call me? Call me a fagger? What the hell does that mean? I don't know. Or we could call it a zip doodle. You know, you're a good old... I know you're one of them zip doodles, aren't you? You know, like... What are you saying?
How dare you?
Some kind of racist thing? Nah, you're a zip doodle. People won't know what you're saying if you call them a zip doodle. Start calling people zip doodles everywhere. Nobody will know what the fuck's going on. It'll be crazy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that donation.
Hey, Joe and
Thanks,
Jake, love
Dorian
you
Moore.
guys.
Hey, Mike Daniels. Mike Daniels with the uno, dos, tres. Buenos noches, Mike Daniels. It's 1:42 a.m. in the morning, and we're still doing a Raw review. That's how fucking crazy.
We're still pumping out.
This was
See
nuts,
what happens
Jake.
when you and I don't get together for a while? We gotta unleash a lot of bullshit.
We unleash the lie.
We gotta get all that energy out.
Well, the thing is, and I was gonna play video games tonight, but that ain't happening. But here's the thing: you had fucking surgery today, and you're like, this is crazy.
Like 12 hours ago now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Don and Tony, yeah. Don and Tony have been around a long time. I like Don. Yeah, but that guy wasn't talking about Don and Tony. By the way, Don and Tony have not been doing live YouTube streams with fucking all the stuff that I have up here. This is I started doing this, it was different. I don't think that they were doing this on YouTube back then.
No, not at all.
They do podcasting and radio stuff. Certainly, that's true.
I know this is Raw review, but bringing up wrestling memories, my first match I seen was the
Well, that's why we're doing it.
Road Warriors sticking the spike in Dusty Rhodes' eye and the passion in his promo after. Made me appreciate the wrestling and promo side of wrestling.
Yeah, Nate from VA. Thank you, Nate. The promo side has been murdered, has been neutered by all these scripts. The wrestlers aren't able to inject their character anymore because it's all robotic from a script. They can't do it.
Only thing worse than Raw tonight was having to bang Vikings' mom.
Oh my God. Tommy's barber banged Vikings' mom. Jesus Christ.
Was there watching.
Hey, Zeus. I can't believe that. But anyway, Jake, let's get to the last of this.
Yeah, really quick. Brandon Age made a great point, and I really do want to point it out. He said the worst part of this era, and I've said it, so have you, is that when you look back from now to 10 years before, you know, I wouldn't say 10 years, maybe the last 5 years, you know, it's all a blur. There's nothing memorable. When you think about it, from like when Punk left and Daniel Bryan won the championship, from that moment till now, there's not a lot that you're like, oh, remember this, remember that, remember this. Like, you and I can go from WrestleMania 1 to like, you know, 27, almost, you know, around 25 maybe, and be like this, that, this, that, this, that. There's not a lot of huge standouts. Is it partially because we've been there, done that? Did we grow up with the times? Are we a bit more jaded? Yeah, that's part of it. We're different. We're not, you know, the audience changed, our tastes changed. We know more about the business. But that's, you know, but the way that they cater, or lack thereof catering to fans, has come about differently. There is no more competition. Like Blake TV said, WCW, if they weren't around whooping Vince's ass, he never would have changed his product in 95. There would be no Attitude Era. There is no competition now. Therefore, you know, be unto itself. There's no reason for them to change them receiving these type of ratings.
Well, we thought, though, that like the ratings would go, or like things would just go so much that they'd have to do something. But because they're just making so much money, they're not doing anything. But at some point, they're going to, you know, something's going to happen where they're like, dude, people aren't buying tickets. Like, if that happens, like, they've got to do something. Like, things are going to get fucked, like, eventually. I mean, the ratings are down. The house show attendance is down. The Raw and Smackdown show attendance is down. I mean, I got to believe something's going on. By the way, not only do we have to shout out Steve Dixon, but Kyle Winfrey just became a $5 patron. Kyle, thank you for becoming a patron. You'll have a bunch of bonus stuff on Patreon. By the way, if anybody has questions about Patreon, questions about the content, how to find it, how to get it, or a request, please message me on Patreon. I answer every single message on Patreon if it's a DM to me. So make sure you DM me on Patreon, message me. I answer every single question. You can look for old episodes, watch everything. There's over 103 episodes of Morning Madness, my morning podcast.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
God damn it.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Brew Crew Gaming, thank you for the $10 support and the nice Alex Jones donation of the $10 super chat. Super chats don't have as many alerts as the Twitch alerts do, but the $10 one's one of the nice new ones that has Alex smashing up his desk there. So thank you. So you got Morning Madness. Corrupted is on the weekends, you know, and then we got a bunch of Q&A videos and a bunch of other bonus stuff. All my songs, my TNA, my Impact reviews. Why did my computer just shut off? What the fuck? My goddamn screen just blinked. The fuck was that about? That was bizarre. Fucking Alex Jones is hacking me. All right, yeah, let's wrap up a little bit. Then we'll get to a couple more phone calls. We'll get out of here. What we got?
Alrighty, yeah. We left off beforehand. Actually, we talked briefly about it. Seth Rollins, you know, came out, saved Finn against Drew McIntyre, and it started to be a good match between the two. I wish it didn't end when it did, but because all in all, we didn't get a lot of great wrestling tonight. That was another thing that really hindered this show. A lot of talking, a lot of bullshit there. You know, Mojo Rawley and Tyler Breeze was a 2-minute joke. Breeze didn't even get a televised entrance. The tag match, we knew it was coming and getting turned into a tag match. That was okay. Finn endlessly smiling drives me nuts now. Like we addressed that before.
Yeah, man, that shit's a mess.
Give me that hell yeah!
I shot my load into Vikings' mom and made Vikings clean the mess.
Oh my god. Dude, Vikings is like breaking stuff right now in his house.
He's going nuts.
Tommy's barber, thank you, man.
We got Ember Moon, Liv Morgan. That was 3 minutes long. It was not worth watching. Ember Moon still going strong. Then we got the main event. And the thing about the main event, it was the same match, essentially, that we had seen up until like the last, I want to say, 3 minutes.
Right.
Once we saw there was like a certain moveset where Reigns hit Reigns charged at Bobby Lashley, and Roman got tossed into the ropes, and it looked like he got they even Graves, I think, addressed it. Somebody did. And said that, it looked like he got a stinger there. And then Bobby speared Roman for a really, really, really good near fall. From there, they started to do a few different moves, but it was at the last 2 minutes of the match. And once he kicked out there from the spear, I'm like, yep, Roman's definitely winning. That's it. That's game, set, and match.
Yeah. It felt really weird.
So, it's just disappointing. The Brooklyn crowd is going to be totally enamored by another Lesnar versus Reigns match. One thing that really upset me about tonight, too, that we didn't get to say quickly, is that Seth Rollins announced that he's got a rematch against Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, didn't he say it was an open challenge the other day?
Yeah, I thought, but now I was hoping Dolph would go elsewhere. I don't want to see them fight. The point of an Iron Man match is supposed to be... Yeah, that's supposed to be the end of the feud. That's the match you break out to be, the consequential end. That's that's the grand finale. What more do you get?
I mean, I'm thinking it's got to be a ladder match.
They got to have some major, huge stipulation. Excuse me, or else there's no point.
Ladder match.
None at all. Yeah, if they don't do something like you said, a ladder match or something bigger, then there's no point.
Are you gonna? You're not gonna go. You went Gangrel for real a couple days ago.
Yeah, I know.
You sound like you're wearing out. Well, I mean, dude. I mean, So, I mean, to get to the point of what I would give the rating tonight, I just thought there was just atrocious decisions made. I thought the positives tonight, though, was, I was interested kind of a little bit by the main event in a way, but it was just seemingly didn't make sense to me with everything else that happened. And I thought Finn Balor had a decent match with Drew McIntyre. And pretty much everything else annoyed me. I don't think there's one other thing that I can think of that I enjoyed.
Seven matches, and I didn't really enjoy any of them. I tried to, but the main event, like I said, it was essentially the same match we saw from these two. At least last week we got those two really good triple threat matches. The first one felt like a real Extreme Rules match with the chair shots between Finn and Roman, and
Yeah.
We weren't happy about the winners, but still.
I'm gonna
tonight,
go.
We got nothing. We really got nothing. I gave tonight a 2.
It was exactly what I was gonna say. I'm giving it a 2. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10 tonight. As we're both on 2s. Look at that. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I let you go first.
That's why.
So you didn't have to follow me. Not really.
It's sad too because they can have better matches. Like you said, Finn starts having a really great match with Drew, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna turn it into a tag match, and then we're just gonna fuck around." Too many commercials. They replayed the, Evolution package there.
That was annoying.
Way too many times. It felt like I think they replayed it 5 times at least.
It's we get it already. I by the way, I like it. There's people we're going to protest the pay-per-view. I don't agree with that. I like the idea of this. I just don't want you to keep mentioning it every 10 minutes. Come on, man. I've plugged Patreon twice tonight. It'd be like if I stopped every 10 minutes and started telling you about Patreon throughout the night. It'd be retarded. 347, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I saw Raw the first hour. Honestly, I just tuned in to see the announcement about the women's thing, and then after that, I honestly just turned off. I really don't give a shit about the Raw anymore. Honestly, it's so hard to watch anymore. Dude,
I if I wasn't doing this show, I'm telling you, I would find it hard to I'd find it hard to watch. I'd be like, what is happening right now? You know?
Yeah, it just sucks because I've been watching this since 2007, and I'm 18 now, and it's just sad to see what good shit happened, and now it's just crap you get on here now.
I mean, it's got to be hard because like the good thing for me was when you got to remember like I know you've heard me say this, but when I was 13, the Attitude Era started happening. So right around 14 years old was when the Attitude Era was hitting, and it was like oh wow, I'm back into it again, and that lasted up until I was about 21, and around WrestleMania 2021 is when I tuned out. I started drinking beer and going out and hanging out with girls or whatever it was. Like when I was like 20 or 19. I don't want to say 19 or 20, but then I met Leah like right around after that. I don't know when, 22, I'm 20, I don't remember. But anyway, the point is that, again, the ruthless aggression stuff was still going on, so that was okay. And up until about 2006, I was cool with it. But I want to say around 2008, ever since 2008 and up, it has been all downhill. It feels like every year after that. So, I mean, I just feel bad for you guys who are in your, like, late teens, early 20s, mid-20s. I mean, this is when you say, wow, like, this is just not cool anymore. I'm out of this. Like, I mean, I'm 34, and this is just a thing I was doing as a hobby. Like, I'm always watching wrestling. But, yeah, I don't blame you for tuning out, you know? I don't know how kids watch. I'd get made fun of for this if I was 19, you know?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, honestly, it's so embarrassing to watch. Like, oh, guys, I watch wrestling. They just laugh at you.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. And I remember when in school, it would be embarrassing in 1995. In 95, it was like, I watch wrestling, people would be like, ugh, like, what's the hell? That's lame. But then in 1999, it was like, hell yeah, everybody's watching it. Like, it was the weirdest thing. Jarrett Ko, thank you for increasing your pledge. He had a $5 pledge going on Patreon. He increased his pledge up to the $10 mark, so he'll get me and Jesse's podcast coming up this week, and a couple other things like the NXT review and the Impact review on Thursday. 814 is on the phone. You guys can call. I won't show your number, by the way. I'll fix it so nobody sees your number on the air. 814, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What's up? Can you give me that
devil?
No, what's going on? I don't know why I did that. What are you doing?
Not much, man. I just want to talk about a little bit about Roman. Tonight's match, I mean, the main event, I feel like wasn't that bad. It just is, like you said, they booked him in the wrong situations. But I'm not going to lie, tonight I felt a little bit of heel out of Roman. I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, earlier in the night, at the beginning of the show tonight when I started my review, I did mention, like, he gave it to us a little bit. He said that the crowd, he was like, people are always saying I'm shoved down your throats. Well, you're going to have to just shut your mouth, like, and deal with it or something like that. So, yeah, that was the most heelish he got. He took a shot. It's too bad he didn't take the shot in New York or somewhere, and it was in Cincinnati, but he did take the shot tonight. That was the most heel he's sounded, I think, almost ever to me. Yeah, I agree.
But what about moves during the match, though?
About his moves?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did the same set of moves he always does, pretty much. Felt like.
But, I mean, I feel it, what was it? The reversal against the ropes. When he hit the leg drop.
Where he landed on his head. Oh, yeah.
Like that was a little...
Yeah, he like did a leg drop. I thought he was going to do the drive-by or something, or like the punch. He said he dropped a leg. There was another time when he was supposed to leap over Bobby, but he like crashed into him weird. They messed that up. Do
you think that was just botched spots, or do you think that was a little bit of heel, or what do you think about that?
Well, I don't know how that was heel. I mean, it was just not very good-looking move.
You just think it was botched then?
Yeah, the jump over the when he ducked under and he's supposed to leap over the spear. I think they kind of they both didn't commit enough to the move. There wasn't enough room. Roman was too close to the corner, and like something got weird about that. But no, I don't see anything physically in the match that told me he's a heel. He still looked the same, but the promo certainly was some kind of almost tease or something, because they normally don't acknowledge that stuff. So I thought that was kind of strange that they did that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call, man. I got to move on, actually, just because it's so late. Sorry, man. Thank you for the call, though. So that's it, man. We gave our reviews. We gave our ideas. I do want to get somebody else who was calling all night. I didn't get him on yet. A lot of calls coming in tonight, so I'm really, really sorry to anybody I didn't answer calls, and maybe I'll still answer a couple more if you want to try calling. But yeah,
we took quite a few tonight, so
I'm just sorry if I missed them. You know, my bad. I didn't do it on purpose to you. I know it's frustrating when you call and you don't get on. I'll be live tomorrow after SmackDown too. Maybe I'll take one or two more. I don't know. Beely, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Joe?
What's up, Beely? How you doing, man?
What's going on?
Good. What's up, Jake? You doing good, man?
Hanging in there, bud. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Glad you're back, dude.
Thank you. Glad you got through. How you doing tonight? What'd you think of Raw?
Raw was shit as usual.
Shit-tastic.
I really didn't give a shit about the main event. I knew Roman was gonna win anyway, so it really wasn't a surprise. And the Bailey and Sasha shit, that shit was garbage.
Oh god.
And when they were looking at each other like weird looking, I thought they were like gonna kiss each other or some shit. It was weird.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting for
it was awkward.
I never got sent so many scissor emojis ever on this platform on Twitter. It was crazy tonight.
Yeah, man. Oh my god, dude. And then this guy on Twitter tries to attack me because I shitted on the women's pay-per-view thing, and I was laughing. I was like, ha ha ha, this pay-per-view's gonna fail. And if this was NXT, I'll be all for it. And then this guy said, well, NXT is involved, dumbass. And I was like, no, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that the NXT writers and Triple H books this show, and it's just NXT talent and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Even like that's what I was saying last week too. Like if they're allowed to put on a show, like have a real wrestling show, it could be really good. But if you get the main roster type of thing, like it could end up just being whatever. But I'm not going to crap on it. I don't want to protest. People want to protest it. Like I don't want to protest it. I don't want to crap on it. I hope it's goddamn good. I hope it's like NXT, so it's good. But if it's like the main roster and we get garbage, well, I mean, what are you going to expect? But the real issue right now, more than anything, is the week-to-week show. The Monday-to-Monday show. It's just terrible.
And people on Twitter that are like casual fans and shit, they think I just shit on WWE just to shit on them. No, I want them to put on good television and give us a good product. I want the women's pay-per-view to be good, but I know it's going to be terrible. Just the way that they write these shows every fucking week, I know it's not going to be good.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd leave some optimism open that it might be good, but I'm not going to say that I know it's not going to be good. But yeah, most likely it's probably not going to be good, and they'll fuck something up, most likely. But I don't know if it's going to be terrible, you know. But I mean, but here's the thing: the Mae Young Classic will probably be really good, like it was last year. That was great.
Yeah.
So if this thing sucks, well, you get the Mae Young Classic. You know, if you want to see good wrestling,
it's going to be written by Triple H and some of the NXT writers who know what they're doing. Not by the main writers who are some Roman Reigns dick, Vince McMahon's ball sack, and some shit like that.
Well, and a lot of times these women are allowed to go out there and have a match. Like they're allowed. They're just like, here's sort of where the story's going. So make sure you hit this point and that point in the match because we're building to this. But basically everything else, just go out there and kill it, you know. And they let them do that, and so they don't control much of the wrestling at all over there. And pretty much they don't control too much of the creative unless there's a tiny bit of a story that's going to wheel its way into the ending final result. But so like there's just a lot of creativity. The girls get to go out there and do it. And on the main roster, no.
And and the thing is, if they're gonna do this pay-per-view, they need to have good storylines for the women, which they have not been doing.
Yeah, right.
That's why I've been shitting on the women every fucking week because they don't have good storylines.
The women are booked horribly. It's not our fault that we're crapping on we're not crapping on women or the women because the women. We're crapping on the way they're written, and everybody's written just terrible. Everything has been horrible. You know, Dolphin and Drew McIntyre have had a decent little thing kind of here or there. Seth Rollins has had a pretty good push. You know, AJ Styles is booked pretty safe now as the champion. And that's about it. Like, really, as far as creative goes, maybe Braun's had a couple good, weird, wacky moments on Raw. But for the most part, there really isn't much creativity or storytelling aside from this cookie-cutter video game, PG blend of the same old shit over and over again. And that's yeah, it's not gonna. I don't know. Maybe they'll put a little more effort into it. Maybe I hope, because what they do week to week is horrible for the women.
And dude, you're right. It's just like the video game. It's like 2K18.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like the promos. It's scripted. It's garbage.
It's roll the dice and whatever match and whatever thing and whatever promo, and that's about it. It's friggin' stupid. Beely, I gotta let you go, man. I love you, bro.
All right, Joe. I'll see you later. All right, Jake.
All right.
Great call. Have a great night.
Thanks, Beely.
You too.
Fucking Beely, I wanna be inside the. Oh, sorry.
Sausage.
Oh shit, sausage going through too.
What's up, sausage?
Hey, what's up? What's up, motherfuckers?
Holla, holla, holla.
Welcome back, Jake.
Oh, thank you, baby.
What's up, baby?
And motherfucking, I know you guys were talking about what was it? The Miz earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The JIZZ.
Or the promos, and like I was thinking about the time when the Miz had Daniel Bryan, that feud with Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler or whatever.
Yeah.
And like
Daniel
I
Bryan
think it
and
was
Dolph Ziggler.
Talking Smack. Where,
Oh, yeah.
and I was thinking like that was one of the memorable ones for me. But I don't know if
Yeah,
it
that
would be
did
like
stand
it'll
out.
last long though.
That was pretty good. By the way,
They could do so much with that feud. That's a money feud, and everybody knows it. Everybody wants to see it. That's their SummerSlam. That could be their main event if they did it right.
We are 6 subscribers away from 57,000 subscribers. If you're new and watching right now and you like what I'm doing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Daily wrestling news, daily podcasts. We're live after every single WWE event. Literally free here on YouTube. 25 hours a week of content between youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show, this wrestling channel, and my other channel, which is youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. Subscribe to both of my YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter at Real Cronin. We are 6 subscribers away. Will we get there? Will we get there, sausage, tonight?
I think we should. These motherfuckers better subscribe or I'll split their throats. How about that? Don't say hello. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, call the police.
I love you, Billy, if you're listening.
Yeah, here's where Tommy said goodbye to my wife the other night. Remember this?
See you, Hamel Farb. See you, Ken. See you,
Fucking dudes. He's a mess, dude. Hey, Cornette, what do you think? Okay, Cornette. Thank you very much, Cornette. We're going to
cock in
celebrate.
your throat there? All right.
Yeah, Cornette couldn't get these views. Actually, he's got a lot of views on his podcast. Let's be honest. But fuck him. Fuck you, Corny.
Fuck his corpse.
I'm going to see
The
you.
old dirty corpse.
Fuck his old dirty corpse. I'm going to see you in a con or one of those interview places somewhere, Cornette, and I'm going to piss on you. You hear that? I'm going to pee all over your fucking tennis racket. Imagine that. Blow his mind. We are 3 subscribers away. 3 subscribers away from 57,000 subscribers. It is the clock is ticking upward. Can it happen? Can we do it? I have 3 kids to feed. Can we do it?
Joe needs a house too. Get him a house.
No, we're almost there. Pay that IRS off. Relic 827 subscribed, and now
it's on, motherfucker.
I wonder why it only alerts me to some subscribers. You ever wonder that? I wonder that.
Yeah, it's odd the way that picks and chooses.
I wonder if it needs, like, they need to have a Google name straight up or, like, some kind of, I don't know what it is, because it's like, yeah, it's like,
I think them teasing the lesbian angle tease is just for us dirty old Gen Xers.
You think so?
Main event for Evolution should be Sasha versus Bailey. Strap on a pole match.
Slide it in. Rodzilla Guns. Thank you for the Austin 316 beer. I fucking needed one.
And I sent you that what was it? The scissor fucking gift.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw so many scissors. So many scissors. We're 1 away. 1 away. 56,999. The ball's about to drop. Thank you guys to everybody who's subbing to the channel for real. I know I'm being a little loud. Wolf Daniel, thank you for subbing, man. Wolf Daniel. We're just going to wait here. Before we end the show, we're going to wait here to make sure we hit fucking 57,000. Because I want to hit it, man. I want to see that number.
You've got a new subscriber.
Jeremiah Lund. What's up, Jeremiah? Thank you. Shit, we might do it, dude. We might fucking do it. Party time. Let's see. Did we hit it? Boom! Oh, boom! Make it rain!
Look at that.
Make it rain, motherfucker!
Just gonna make it war, fucking come on! I'm gonna get my motherfucking gun and shoot someone!
I wanna kill myself because Raw sucks dick, Raw sucks dick. I'm gonna kill myself because Raw sucks dick. I'm gonna kill myself because Raw sucks my dick.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah. Yo, we got 57 up in this bitch. Oh, yeah. We got 57,000 up in this bitch. Yo, mother hot fucking pussy mean I got a dick itch. Put my penis inside, took her for a ride, then I beat her in the ass and I come up inside. Yo, Raw sucks dick, Roman Reigns is a fag. I hate my mother, slap her in the face of her dad. I can take the Vicodin and have sex with dogs, and then get arrested for... oops.
No, I'm just kidding. 57,000 subscribers. Thank you, man. I don't know what to do. I'm about to lose my mind. Let's go crazy.
That's awesome.
Let's go crazy, Jake.
It's a celebration.
I'm just blown away. You
It's a
figure,
celebration,
how far
motherfuckers.
this channel has come.
Well, yeah. 57,000 subs. It's a celebration. It's a landmark, man. What are you gonna do? All right, we gotta get out of here because Sausage Man. Thanks for the call. Peace out, bro. I love you.
Peace out.
Take care.
All right, zippity-doo-dah to you too, Dave. Whatever the fuck. All right, well, that's it, Jake. Anything you wanted to mention before we got off the air here?
No, nothing about Raw. Thank you again to everybody that was so supportive and awesome. I love all you sexy bastards, and thank you to you especially for keeping everybody updated and being so supportive.
Glad you're all right, man. I mean, they could have been probably worse, and I'm glad it wasn't. I hope that things get better from here. We don't lose you again to some crazy shit, man. And just, I just feel bad you were battling in a hospital for like a week and a half and all this shit. Pretty much it's over, right? Like they know, like they've taken care of everything.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know specifically where the blood was coming from or what caused the bleeding initially, but the infection is almost all cleared, and so that's good. And they repaired that small tear that was in my esophagus today. So, and the ulcers are growing in my stomach. So that medication I've been taking to get rid of it since the last endoscopy cleared all that up.
Well, it's really good to have you back.
Yeah, good news. Now we're going forward more steps with the weight loss surgery. Hopefully I have surgery, tentatively like September.
That was like the bonus news, was that you got the approval for the weight loss surgery, because when you sent me the message,
I got the clearance.
I was
for
like,
that, because originally if the ulcers didn't clear, or if the damage to my stomach was because the skin doesn't like heal, but they can keep it from getting worse, but they can try and medically treat the ulcers. But if I had to have surgery and have any like portion of my stomach removed, then they couldn't do the weight loss surgery, the typical way. And I would have to, go about it either completely differently or go for like a full bypass, and that's nothing I was looking forward to. So to get clearance from GI, that was a nice change of pace today. Some good news.
Well, I mean, that's what blew me away, because we got the good news about you being home and everything, and then all of a sudden you're like, and I got the weight loss surgery, and I was like, because I was thinking, oh God, he's never going to get that now with all this shit going on. So
yeah, I know.
That was really cool. And I've got to not forget to shout out Wrestle Crate. Of course,
hell yeah.
The goddamn sponsor of the show for the last 5 years. Listen, I've got 4 Wrestle Crates that I have to open. I have 4 of these fucking things because I went to the P.O. box and they've been stacking up. And so I just got to say sorry, man, to Wrestle Crate. They've been sending me these boxes. If you guys haven't tried Wrestle Crate, they've been a sponsor of the show since 2013. They've been supporting my channel, supporting this show. You got to check it out. WrestleCrate.com. If you haven't tried this box yet, it's the first ever. This is the first ever wrestling box. They're the ones that came up with it. The dude's son said, hey, why isn't there a wrestling box? All these other boxes, why isn't there a wrestling box? And the guy was like, well, you know what, son? Let's fucking look. Oh, look, there isn't one. Let's make one. And that's how Wrestle Crate started. WrestleCrate.com. Use coupon code Joe Sent Me. You'll get % off on your Wrestle Crate. WrestleCrate.com. Joe Sent Me. And I haven't opened one of these in 2 months now. But I've got a whole bunch of them saved that I need to open because they sent me a couple extra other things. And so we're going to get involved in getting those opened again. I just was slacking on it a little bit. So let's peel into it, man. It's a celebration.
Oh, yeah. Live opening. Tear that shit open.
And I got a bunch more. Obviously, we did an opening a couple weeks back, I think, on one of the other shows. But, yeah. What's up, man? Wrestle Crate time. Give them a shout out on Twitter, too. That would help me out. Help us all out. They're at Wrestle Crate on Twitter, Wrestle Crate USA. Then there's a UK one as well. There's a specific one for the UK. They've just been cool, man. They were like way back.
Yeah, they've been around a long time.
Before Loot Crate. Ugh. Gotta get her open. Alright. Here we fucking go. We got ourselves the Wrestle Crate. Let me take a look at... Oh, my God. Oh, my God, guys.
Oh,
holy shit, dude. Holy shit. This is nuts, dude. Look at this Wrestle Crate. Now we're talking, bro. You talked about the Road Warriors earlier, Jake.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
It's the Road Warriors. Holy shit, Road Warriors t-shirt. This is the balls, dude. Wow, I'm fired up about that. That's cool. That is cool, bro. I'm behind. We're going to open another one next week, and maybe we'll open one tomorrow night on the Smackdown review because I had been behind on my Wrestle Crate openings. Holy shit, brother. Bag of gimmicks. We got a bag of gimmicks, bro. Dude, I could put tax in this fucking thing. We could go backyard style. Dude, bag of gimmicks. It's a real bag, man. I'm going to put a dildo in this thing and walk down the street and beat somebody in the head with it. That's funny. Put that with the shirt. Then we got Legends of Lucha Libre. Muscle wrestling figures. Wrestlers of Lucha Libre. WrestleCrate.com. Use coupon code Joe Sent Me. You guys can get this box too. Every month it comes to you, you get a % off if you use coupon code Joe Sent Me. Hit him up on Twitter if you have any problems. We got more shit. We got goddamn shit. Look at this. We got a goddamn comic. Nikolai Volkov, comic 3 of 3. So I probably got the other comics in the other boxes that I haven't opened yet. So we got a cool Nikolai Volkov comic, wrestling comic. Who did this one? This is by John Crowther del Barras and Andrew Pate, Squared Circle Comics. So there we go, Squared Circle. They're a good place. So they print a lot of magazines. Go check them out online. We got a pin over here. It is a Matt Thornton. Look at that. Thanks, Matt. It is a Wolfpack pin. Look at that. Is that Sting? It's supposed to be Sting Insane? I don't even know. Maybe it's a wolf. And then we got ourselves...
Well, my dad always used to say to me, if you got something on your mind, best keep it there. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, shit.
Me and Damien, I got back to the hotel, and Damien was on the bed. Damien was fucking a whore. I got back, I said, that was for me. Damien, that was for me. She was supposed to be for me. But Damien was slithering all over her, just sucking on her pussy. It was unbelievable.
But Jake the Snake Roberts, baby. A signature from Jake the Snake friggin' Roberts. That is your Wrestle Crate unboxing to end this show. And that has now made me happy. That goes into my, so much that I cracked. That can go into my box of autographs. We got like fucking 500 autographs. We're going to be giving away some more autographs on Patreon. So remember, if you're a patron, we're going to be doing a giveaway again this month for patrons. So one person is going to get it. We're going to randomly select it through the random generator thing. And somebody is going to win like 2 autographs and a couple t-shirts and a bunch of other shit. We put it in a big box and we send it out to a patron. It's all random. Somebody could win. Somebody's going to get it. Just a giveaway type of deal on Patreon. So shout out to the people who signed up on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show tonight. Maybe we'll include this Jake Roberts signed deal in it too. I don't know. I think we got the Young Bucks and maybe a couple other things from my buddy Matt Taven and TKR Ryan. Maybe we'll get Vinny Marcelli to sign something cool. I could just go get Matt Taven to sign a bunch of shit. Just walk over to his house. I'll just scare the shit out of him, bang on his window, be like, Matt! It's fucking, another fan's here. Oh, no, it's Dan. Oh, Joe.
And then Vinny would go ahead and come over and maybe stab you a few times for real.
Yeah, then Vinny can axe me again. I gotta hit him up. I want to be killed again. Murder me
What's
again.
What's he gonna axe you? What kind of question?
He's gonna axe me in half. Vinny Marcellia with his balloon. Go hit up the go hit up Vinny Marcellia and the fucking Kingdom, man. They're good guys too. Hit them up. My channel just for friends. Thank you for subbing, and thanks to everybody else who subbed, so that we could get to 57,000 to whatever the fuck it is now. Thank you guys. Have a good night. We love you. See you tomorrow night for the Smackdown review. Same place here. We'll probably do another patron deal tomorrow too.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
And Jake is alive, baby.
I guess named Joe Cronin. He's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. You suck Joe Cronin's dick, fucking faggot. And or some various version of that.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and body slam that subscribe button. This is the Epic Voice Guy, and I can honestly say, Joe Cronin is god awful, that is. You guys seriously listen to this guy?